Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alalopolis.
Fucking
Lord.
Craig.
Why would
Savior
we praise
Craig.
him?
Craig.
My lord, I've done it. I've killed them all in your
No,
name.
you have. Stop that.
All right, Grandam. You'll get an opportunity to describe yourself more in depth. But if you wanted to say anything briefly here, I'll say that you find yourself starting off on a large table that extends. You can only know it's a table for the fact that there are goods sitting upon it. Most of which are larger than life, and the edges of the table you can see out into a starry expanse of void.
I'm just picturing like a case of warm Mountain Dew and a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos open and half empty.
Those things resonate with you, but you don't find any of the food items on this table that you're thinking of. You do see kind of maybe a mirage of them, besides some candles off to the upper right of the table, or the northeast, and above you too, along with the edges of the table, you kind of follow that starry expanse above you, and you see the sky is filled with with the same. And under you, the table is this mahogany wood with a filling out of the table. You do see books, some cards, some keys, a compass, some coins, and you stand upon a page that just reads Tareth the path unfolds under you, with a more pages underneath of that you can kind of see a little bit up to the northwest that are poking out from under where you stand.
Okay.
What do you do? Grand Dam?
Well, if I can read the writing, I suppose I would take some time to read what I can if I don't seem to be in any imminent danger.
So, you do not find yourself in any imminent danger. You go over to the page just under the top that you stand on, and you see that it is a map. If you go to the journal inside of Roll20 there, and go from there, that's that book-looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then go from there to handouts and Alalopolis, where you find yourself currently, and a map called Tarth Globe, Northwest Hemisphere. And that's what you would see on the map, more or less.
I just see a big old map.
Yep, that should be accurate. Do you see some names on there and such too, though?
I do.
All right. Yeah, you see some of that. One of the things we didn't get to talk about preemptively there is your backstory, which we just didn't get to. But the world is more or less open for creation. So we've only charted the areas that the player characters have been to so far. And some of those, though, like Helmsgrat out there, and Byzantium, Athenia, and Ruvik's clan are only talked about, that haven't been actually gone to yet, and that's partially some backstory stuff. So if there's something you want to add to it, more than welcome. And just for your, I should start doing that again. The hats off moment, but that was a hats off moment to you. Hat back on. You're looking at this map, and you see only few areas charted on it, and it's a probably a lot bigger than you expected from your perspective.
True.
But you do recognize some forms and shapes, perhaps.
They have a place called Titty Sprinkles.
It was renamed.
Freaking great. Yeah.
And with that, Grand Dam is going to, I suppose, hop off of this book and go wandering around the table, exploring it as you were. Ultimately, winding up at the edge to peek over the side.
And when you look over the edge, you see that starry void of an expanse expanding below the table. There are, you realize, some table legs that don't seem to be resting on anything, just kind of floating in this void with you.
And there is nothing that, like, is there anything appropriately sized that can be investigated, or is it all gigantic?
It's all gigantic. You can investigate whichever item you choose, or however many items you choose. Um, if you want to do more than just the base, just interaction. So I allow any sort of, I touch this, I move this, tell me if I can or I can't. But if you want to do a deeper investigation and a roll for something, let me know.
You kind of want. Let's see. I feel like Grand Dam would investigate what was on the table before taking the, as you mentioned earlier, step of leaping into the starry void. That
So you would like look over behind your shoulder at everything, or
yeah,
how do you?
just kind of like he'd walk up to things, try and figure out what's going on here, where he's at, piece it together.
So the other thing that you notice besides the map is probably the piece of paper right under it where you started, and it's in a language that you do not understand, one that I've created myself, so it's probably not on your lists. Although, what are the languages that you know? If I may
Grand
ask.
Dam speaks Dwarven, Common, and Deep Speech.
Okay. No, yeah, not on the piece of page that was under there. There's probably one book amongst the pile, all of which, like I mentioned, are quite large. Just to give you some scale to understand by what I mean by large, we're talking 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet in length for the longest dimension on the book, and they're probably about 5 varying thicknesses. So you've got anywhere between a foot and 5 feet thick books. But there is one amongst them that seems to be in deep speech, and you only notice because a part of it is peeking out from one of the others.
Huh. Are the pages too big to be torn?
I wouldn't say they're too big to be torn. That can't be the truth of any piece of paper, unless it were.
Well, by a dwarf that is being dwarfed.
Yeah.
By the
So
book itself.
you would have some struggle, is what I would say, to getting to any amount of paper under it, because it is under some of the other books too. This isn't one of the books on top. So you could certainly try, to like see. I can imagine you could come up to the edge, maybe wheedle your way in and rip a page out if that's what you're going for. If there might have to roll for something like that, though.
I was thinking he was going to basically take the map.
The map. That one you could probably take time to kind of treat like a giant comforter and fold it up if you really wanted to, because even as a dwarf, these are just sheets of paper. Even though they're really long, it'd be like trying to handle a very large flag. It'd be cumbersome, but you could do it.
I'd like to do that.
All right. So then, in that case, as you're taking, do you want to tell me how you're trying to do that?
Tearing the pages out of, or is it just not part of the book? I was assuming it was in the book.
No, so that's where we might be in varying
Aha.
misunderstandings. So over here
It is
is the books, and the map and the pages you were standing on are freestanding. They are not bound.
I see. I think Grandam is going to fold the boat into a paper fold the map into a paper airplane.
Okay. I would like to see a Let's go with
Sleight
I
of
want to see
hand.
yeah,
Give
that's
it
where
to
my
him.
brain's at too. Yeah.
It's
Sleight
either
of-
sleight of hand or performance. One of the
I'll take the
Two.
sleight of hand roll.
yeah, I'll take this. I'll go with sleight of hand for now. That was teetering as well.
It's
With a
Grandam. You should
4.
always teeter.
With a 4. You didn't quite get the wings right at the end of the day. Maybe it was just the length of the paper or the misshapenness of it. But one side is very evidently larger, or the wing is longer than the other side.
Perfect. He will then push it to the edge of the table
All right,
and attempt to write it down from wherever he's at.
that's going to need a performance. The accurate, yeah, the performance is on how you push it off. You're going to probably follow up with an acrobatics depending upon how that performance goes.
Okay.
Not bad. It goes off the edge of the table as you're pushing it. Do you want to describe how you're trying to push this too?
He would drag it by the tip to the very edge,
Okay.
and then climb, like push it halfway off from the back, and then climb onto it and just like scooch his butt forward until it slides off.
love that.
God, I missed this. Are you kidding me? I missed it.
I'm glad that it's actually going off the table already with that performance, but we're gonna need an acrobatics. Yep. Probably with disadvantage considering.
Well, that's not good because I started out with a 1.
Jesus.
Disadvantage because it's a bad airplane. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. The dice have spoken. I should use Grandam's dice. Where are they?
Yeah.
I
We-
said,
we
where are
should mention
Grandam's
that before.
dice?
I think he was just testing out to see how these ones are rolling, and I don't think. he liked
You're not
them.
gonna believe this, but Grandam, it is decided. It's a nat 1.
Shit.
I believe it. It's seems to be in the dice
The
tonight.
dice don't lie.
Yeah. So you get right to the tip of the plane, and as you're scooching out on it, on the paper airplane, there you get. Unless you want to describe how you fail, I can fill that in. Like I said, I can give you all sorts of leeway here. Otherwise, I will.
Yeah, he kind of just like scoots out into the middle of it, and as soon as it comes teetering off, he loses his grip and slides towards the front, shifting the weight all the way to the tip and causing it to spiral tip first downward.
And
As
in
he
that,
desperately hangs onto it by his hands.
and in that spiraling, you feel the centripetal force at the front tip of this paper airplane, forcing you to hold on even tighter and tighter. And as you do, your fingers go through the paper that you're holding on and rip out the side of the edge, actually, causing your knuckles actually to probably take like a paper cut.
Okay.
Just to add insult or injury to insult.
Half a hit point.
Does it keep track of that? Can you keep track
Nope.
of that? I was gonna say, let's go with 2.
You're meaner than I would be.
I
You
just
even
wanna
rolled
say-
for it. I would have
just
been like
wanna say
1.
Being stabbed with a dagger is a D4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. I
Paper
mean,
cut is 2
It's
damage.
Paper cut equals dagger. Same difference.
Yeah.
it's a big piece of paper, guys.
There's a big piece of paper.
I don't
Doesn't mean
know
I'm
if
not
you-
gonna give
Now,
you
now
shit
at
for
11 out of 13 HP because I'm level 1. Yay.
it.
Great way to start. As you two lose your grip and you feel that slice, you look back towards the table and it shimmers, and the piece of paper in front of you doesn't. But you and it start to fade almost. It looks like a cloud is covering you, and you're in a fog, and you start to lose sight not only of the paper airplane, but of all the starry void around you. And you start to feel yourself physically and mentally not exist.
Ah, shit. Not again.
Yeah, that was fun. So that's the little intro I like to do there.
Okay.
See how you interact with the space. If you can, were you able to move the token too? I didn't see that
I
yet.
still don't see the map.
Son of a gun.
Let me refresh it again.
Tails. Oh, let me try this too. I swore I'd done. Oh shit. Here we go. I had to give it.
There's the
control.
table.
There we go. That's why you were very at a loss. Okay,
There we go.
so you're able to move it now too. Great.
I see.
It was still excellent. All right, I'm gonna grab this, and we're gonna go over into another map. Hello, everyone.
Chaos ensues.
You're right. I think we're still missing 2 other folk that said they were gonna be here.
Hey, Matt.
Hey,
How you
how's it
doing?
going? Pretty
How's
good.
capitalism?
Enjoying that 90.
How's capitalism treating you?
Treating me poorly. Treating Rural, great.
Outstanding. New ventures?
New ventures, nothing. Nothing tried, nothing gained. You're gonna be becoming a privateer. What do you think, guys?
That's general. So, like, are you saying it like, Rawson the privateer, or Rawson the idea of privateering?
In the game or in real life? In real life, we can't because we'd get arrested because high tech. In the game, we desperately need in the game, we desperately need more ships for our burgeoning company.
Fuck is on the map. Oh my
This is-
god.
This is true. But we also have to deal with the issue of Rollerson and writing contracts that people don't need to be writing contracts with.
No, it's fine.
Josh, I don't know if this is intentional, but I have a black screen still.
It's not. I'm getting everyone still
What
on
the
there.
hell have you guys done when I've been gone? What the fuck?
Okay.
I feel like
So-
every single time I take any sort of break, I come back to the most like fucked shit ever, and I'm like, I never should like take a break ever again.
So we can explain. We can explain. Ready? It's a
Uh-huh.
simple answer. Very simple answer. Matt did it.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, that is a pretty acceptable and simple answer.
But-
wait,
but-
for which thing are we
I
talking
am
about?
But I am now as Ezra super buff.
Oh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, how many levels did you gain?
I went up 8 levels.
8
Jesus
levels.
fucking Christ! What did
If
you
you
guys
let me
do?
do what I do, I
Okay,
get you
okay,
levels.
okay.
That's what happens.
So what had happened was, so follow our train track here, okay? So what we did, Franklin had a great idea. He said, "Hey, we should get all the really smart people and put them in the pocket rocket." And then Ezra was like, "That is a great idea." And then Ash was like, "I don't got a problem with it." And then we put a lot of dynamite in the central location, and we blew up an entire city.
It's
Of
in the other
everyone.
campaign, though. Wait.
Yeah, he is.
That's in the evil campaign.
Yep.
Okay,
Accurate.
I'm talking about what the fuck's on the map right now for the good
That's-
campaign.
That's what I thought you might be talking about.
Oh.
What
If
the
Aren't we
you-
just having a
fuck?
beach day?
Yeah, that's what was.
Oh yeah, beach day. Oh yeah, last time we had a
Why
beach
are there
day.
dead sharks?
Oh, now
Oh.
that okay. So Rollerson went fishing, and then
What was me?
he couldn't control the fish, and then we brought it on shore, and it was a shark, and it tried to eat us, and so we killed it. And then
Okay,
we had a great idea. We need food.
Well, we did need
This
food,
went
and
so well last time that we caught something in the water and made food out of it. We all almost burned to death because we fed it to a dragon.
that's true. But this is just regular sharks. I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
No, we need to.
We're
eat them yet. They're still
we're
floating
about
in the bay.
50-50. We're about 50-50 on that.
Basically, what happened was we killed one shark, and then
Started a blood frenzy.
a bunch of other ones. Yeah, we started a feeding frenzy, and then we
Oh.
just killed the rest of them, or a bunch
Okay.
of the rest of them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Give or take, yeah.
And why is one so big?
That was the
it
one
was the
that we
mama
first
shark.
killed.
That
Yeah.
was the mama shark.
Did you kill its fucking baby?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh my god. I'm no help for you guys to figure out if these are magical because I'm not magical myself. So
Put it in our mouths.
again, that won't help from my end. Maybe you could do that. Magical things don't really affect me.
Oh, I was just gonna say,
Because
if we
last
eat it
time
and
when we
nothing
made the
happens, we're
sushi
fine.
from the magical innate, like the thing that took away magic, I ate it and was fine because I have no magic.
Mm, That makes a lot of sense.
And thus is why Kiro gets along so well with Zenora, because he has no magic.
So, I'm assuming you're gonna want a little bit more of a recap than that, but
Yeah.
Maybe like the slightest bit more. I feel like I actually could probably follow along the whole blowing up of a city more than I can follow along what the fuck happens on this beach. Because I feel like every single time I'm transported back to this beach, I'm like, what the actual hell?
Oh, speaking of cat, she's here.
Yep.
Eh.
Also, there's
Yeah.
what? Wait, I just put that together.
We only have one. The other one is the dragons.
Yep. That's
Oh,
Shandar's.
okay.
Only
I was
one
like,
ship.
as far as I was aware, it's still only a Dune. So
Yes.
Yeah.
So far.
But we need more ships because we just started a very large shipping company.
Yeah,
a
we're
shipping
trying
company.
we're
And
trying to
we
get
need
Maymay to admiral status. We're trying to get Maymay up to admiral status.
Well,
Yeah.
We
she's
need more
already
than
she's
just-
already sort of, because you've got a captain on board that you guys have gotten to. You guys want me to just run through the recap? I promise I'll get the whole island.
I like getting it from their perspective. Honestly, this is kind of hilarious
It's just chaos.
because it's
Well.
the whole idea of like I blip back into existence and all this has changed, and she just turns and looks and goes, "What the fuck?"
Well, I mean, in that case,
I am thoroughly confused how we even got to a beach.
the last thing you remember specifically, Wisteria, and I went back to check this, is you were fighting a giant tentacle monster.
Yep.
Oh my god! on, I can fill you in on what happened with that. I know that part. I almost died.
Okay, at this point, I think, yeah, Josh, take the lead, man. Take the lead.
Take the
Otherwise, we're
wheel.
just gonna ramble.
Because as far as I know, on this boat, the only people I recognize are Rarlson and Cat.
I like blipped
Seems
in to
about
help
right.
fight, and that was about it. I just kind of
Seems about
appeared.
right. Yeah, I will. I'll start it off here then. We still got one other that should filter in during this recap, and they should have some of this information, if not all of it, by now too. Anyhow, the hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turn. A campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up on the shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth until myths are forgotten, and again, the campaign that gave it birth comes again and again. The hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, we left the Rum Rollers on the Isle of Shandar. Mime, Cat, Hamilton, and the Rawsons beached Adune right next to a horde of kobolds and their ship, owned by Shandar. They then frolicked in the sands with some crab to catch 12 of them for Shandar, the Red Dragon. Rarl also made a deal with Gulver, the captain, the red of the ship next to them, who was a red kobold, to deliver goats to Shandar. Gulver also warned Rarl of the feuding goblins inside of the Shandar's home of the active volcano. While Adune whipped up some Balkan tentacle sushi for another offering to Shandar, the Rum Rollers headed north on the island head towards the island's body, a active volcano. On the way, they stopped to admire and then devour enormous coconuts. Coconut milk barely dry on their faces, the Rum Rollers marched forward to the obsidian cliffs at the base of the volcano. At that edge of these cliffs sat another red kobold, old and decrepit, sitting fishing, greeted them and again warned them of the strife inside the lava tube tunnels that made themselves the entry into Shandar's volcano. But he said they look strong enough, and they should be able to handle it. Hamilton checks out and leaves back to Adune to check to see if the portal to the decks was working, and Mime and Cat, unable to see in the descending darkness of the tunnels as they walked in, latch on to Rarl, and then Cat casts Fly on him. Rarl speeds through the tunnels, avoiding the tempting magical auras noted by his companions, and the raging battle between the kobolds and goblins inside. They rapidly approach the small contingent of guards outside of Shandar's chamber to the heart of the volcano. In exchange for gold, Shandar's guards let them pass without a word, and then they were greeted inside exuberantly by the Red Dragon himself upon entering the crater of the volcano. He assumes they are early entries into his talent show. They went along with it and entered themselves as goat stackers. And after some quick practicing on this, Hamilton took the lead, coming back through the portal to set up the act for Shandar. With the Rarlsons balancing atop one another, and then Zenora atop them, and with Cat on the tippy top, they set about juggling the goats all the way up, and Cat flame broiling them at the top. The act went well until the juggling goats ran out and filled the gullet of the excited Shandar, who had transformed into his full red dragon form, until they'd switched over to the sushi that was to come, and the Balkan's tentacle sushi in particular seemed to interact poorly with Shandar's gut, and they were torched by his indigestion. They were torched nearly to death, might I add, with only Captain Mime and Hamilton standing by to revive their act. Luckily. And they set an appointment to come to terms on the next day for an exchange of gold to help from Queen Socrates to help save her town. Negotiations go well with Shandar for the 2 cases of Dragon's Breath in exchange for exclusive trading rights. 20,000 gold, less a handful that they got from Shandar for rights on a new relaxing smokable herb of a name that they'd come up with, the Roller. And they were to wait 2 days for Shandar to fill the breath, and one extra. They were also going to get 1 total extra full crate of Shandar's breath for a nudie of the queen and a date with her, Queen Theoda of Socrates, that is. As well as they'd negotiated into the contract to have Captain Gulliver, the Red Kobold, as part of their crew for future operations. And they threw in a vial of indigestion potion to help Shandar from their performance. During celebrations of the successful deal, Raro and Zenora snuck out, and they sneak out into the caverns and lava tubes to find out more about the goblins, to eradicate them for Shandar for a reward he'd had placed on them. Timothy, the kobold at the door they'd met earlier, guarding it, exchanged a letter for Rarl with Shandar to get all purpose communication tongues for himself and Zenora. And they'd learned the call sign for the day, which was Ladybug, in Kobold, so that they could speak any language they'd like with these communication devices. And they proceeded behind enemy lines, disguised as a goblin riding a... What's that thing again? I need to write it down here. That's what I need.
What's what thing? The thing that we captured?
No, the thing that Raro was pretending to be.
A warg.
Oh, a
Warg.
warg. A warg.
Yep, you were pretending to be a warg ridden by a goblin, and got behind enemy lines, and found your way into some other tunnels that were where the goblins were coming from, where they find a Drider female named Vaughn, who seemed to be commanding the goblin rally point. They capture her and bring her back to the Dune, where they interrogate and eventually slaughter her. She eventually tells them, too, during the interrogations, she would have been amenable to joining the Rum Rollers, as they were going to become gods, which she laughed at, but she said that's the only other person that could defeat who's commanding them, a god called Loth. And she'd made a deal with the PNC, or the Professional Necromancy Cult, to fuck with Shandar. And Rum Rollers revisit the contract that they'd made with the PNC many moons ago, as a sub-faction inside of the PNC called the Wish Faction. They quickly realized anyone inducted into their group of the Rum Rollers was also now, by proxy, in the Professional Necromancy Cult. Rarl gives his brothers the contract to read through, and they also learn that the goblins are created by butt-shaped crystals that the Drider create, the Drider create as directed by Loth. Rarl suggested a plan of attack to stealing the crystals to stop the goblins and seal the cavern into the volcano. They abduct another male Drider on their second attempt of infiltration, where Captain Mime, Zenora, and Kiro go back to a Dune together to decide on what to do with the last Drider, who offs himself during the interrogations. And They then feed the the Drider corpses to the Balkan that they'd captured on their way to Shandar's island, who looked to greedily eat them up. Stepping carefully over the lava cracks inside of the volcano in the Drider tunnels, with Rarl leading the way, Kiro whacks a crystal wall and almost falls into a pit trap. Rarl finds a regular chicken and names it Charles, in a dead end full of webs inside these confusing tunnels. During this time, too, Shia reappears on Adune's deck in her room and greets new compatriots Rarl, Zenora, and Kiro of the Rum Rollers now. The current crew update her where they are and what the heck they are doing on Shandar, the Red-Eyed Dragon's Island. Rarl points out the magical contract she had helped originally generate with the professional necromancy cult. To save their lives, she added. She then tries to brutalize the contract out of existence, to no avail. The decision was made to try and nullify this contract with the PNC in person. Sonora recalls they should return to the Tongues of Tongues to Shandar and wanted an audience with the dragon too. Rarl greets Gulliver. I think I'd skipped over a whole portion here where you guys had actually gone into the crystal cavern that was hidden behind enemy lines there to steal some of those butt crystals and seal it up with a extra jar of Shandar's breath you'd had by exploding an entire tunnel. Moving forward,
I think
though.
we used the explosion thing to kill all the goblins.
Yep, all the goblins that were there, and you'd taken the command point out so far as the Driders were concerned, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And seemingly reported to Shandar to retrieve your reward, stating that you had eradicated the goblins like you'd asked. And as well, on the way back, Rarl greets Gulliver and gives him the paperwork to sign and give him over to Adune for orientation on the beach before traveling to Shandar himself. On the way, on the way to Shandar, Rarl finds a hidden treasure chest full of gold. Gar coins, Shia says she announces it to explain her father's face upon them. As it was, I don't know if you ever did add that. It was or it was split up or anything, but it was 9.5k I had on here.
I think we're holding on to that in case we can use it to get that giant coin back, which is far more valuable.
And from there, Captain Mime makes some bet. Oh no! See, this is why. Yeah, you guys had fought some bat-like creatures down there too, with a disco ball. My notes are scattered. I apologize. And then Captain Mime used the disco ball to distract them, to make them start dancing, including some of their own team members. And during the contact with the crystal portion of the cavern, Shia connected with Zenith, who used her crystal sword to open into the crystal cavern, and one of the other things that was found was a statue of cloning, which was kept by Shia upon Zenith's request to not destroy it. And and then Rarl got 5.5 butt crystals after realizing he could use the god table to shift them out of the ground. And I think got a little bit more here.
That was the most Wheel of Time intro I've ever heard in my entire life. It was also the duration of the entirety of the Wheel of Time.
I'm so glad someone else besides besides Captain Mime would notice because she's who introduced me to that series, and I have a lot of respect for them. So I used the candor and the cantation of that to create the intro.
It's one of my favorite series of all time, if not the.
Right?
I feel like we should rename our group to AD&D, like ADHD.
I think that one
Yeah.
might be taken.
Yeah, AD&D,
It would be-
Advanced D&D, one of the earliest versions of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything because, I was like, that's when I first heard you say this stuff, I was like, that's sort of, I was like, is that Wheel of Time? And I was like, and that was one of the main things I was gonna talk to Jacob, but it just keeps, always kept eluding me whenever I go over to his place. But yeah, he's the one who introduced me to the book series.
Yeah, it's excellent. That is where I picked up the timing and the kind of essence, if you will, from that, and created my own.
First book took forever,
Not as bad as
but
Winter's
Jake
Heart.
warned me that I'm about to say, Jacob warned me that the first book is very, what's the word he used?
Dry.
Dry. Oh, yeah, that'd be the word.
It feels like Tolkien writing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, luckily for me, I'm a huge Tolkien fan, so I was able to grunt through.
Concluding though, you guys had made it forward to the pass where you'd blown up the goblins before, and made your way through to Shandar's chamber and reported to Shandar himself, who was indisposed, and a red kobold stopped you, telling him he was in the after party of the talent show, aka an orgy, and but he was able to help you with your rewards, which you'd gotten for clearing and closing the paths for the goblins. And then you'd had three of you had a magical, relaxing day on the beach with Adune, playing volleyball, eventually killing, and were lastly preparing some shark meat for the journey back to Socrates. As you guys are kind of standing on the deck and probably talking to Adune about, getting underway to go back to Socrates, for those of you that had not been existing up to that point, so Shia, you were here last, but everyone else, you feel your body had started to lose weight. You were floating effortlessly in a void, in no particular direction, in this void of nothingness. Your wants, wishes, and will drift away. Only one feeling persists. You are all things because you are no things. There is no movement, but everything, including you, moves infinitely fast. Knowing all things, but knowing no thing. You have all things, but hold nothing. And then, with a color and a slight sparking streaking across your vision, a persistent ba-bump, ba-bump, spurs to life, bringing with it a weight physically and that of time as you feel yourself, beginning to realize there is a you, a clear desire, dream, determination, pulls you towards it, and a growing, changing evermore, you flow out into an evolving you at a solid chug, 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 with your vision clearing on the scene before you, which you stand upon a ship for those that weren't here before, and a feeling of having stood right at the crest of a wave as it splashed over you, and a tingling heady high start to buzz through your limbs and your whole body. So you guys, Grandam, Cat, Zenora, and Wisteria are standing on a deck looking probably around you, and are probably almost immediately greeted by some familiar faces to some of you.
If Cat's right in front of me, like on the map, the first thing Wisteria is gonna do is just run over to Cat and lean down and start giving Cat some scratches.
I was gonna ask if she knew that Cat was a chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago that happened. So
Yeah.
So
Well,
long.
for Cat, really long. For Wisteria, couple weeks.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna lean into the scratches, like, yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out some like berries and I'm gonna be like, I brought you something from home.
I'm gonna eat them very vigorously, just like, oh yeah, snacks.
Just feeding you some fey berries. Some Feywild berries.
Yeah, I don't even question what they are. I'm like, oh, I can eat these. Yum 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 yum.
no questions, just takes food.
I don't know if you want to describe that interaction in more detail, and I know that
yeah,
some
so
people realize. Go ahead.
And Rarlthin, last time you guys saw Wisteria, it was
And Sonora was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was springtime, and Wisteria had like she looks on her player token, so the like mint colored skin, the lilac hair, and pale pink eyes. And now when you see her, I sound the same, and my facial features are the same, but my skin is now more elf-like or more like neutral colored and tanned. Her hair is blonde and she has light swirls all over her arms and her legs and kind of creeping up her neck that are just a hair lighter than the tan. And almost seem to give off a sunlight effect, and her eyes are now amber colored. Because it is now summertime and we're in a tropical location.
Yeah, you'd recognize Sonora from your adventure briefly.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And for sure, Shia, who you haven't seen probably even
So,
longer since
I
when
think-
you've seen the other two even.
I think there was a gap. I think, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but I thought there was a gap between like Shia going off and then Zeph left and then Wisteria.
That's a
joined.
good question. Shia, do you remember a Wisteria? What? What?
I feel like I've.
Oh.
It's really hard to say because I feel like I've been to Rhythmic Veracity. Like I know Wisteria from Rhythmic Veracity.
At the very least, I would say there's
Yeah.
that.
At least.
Oh yeah.
But I
Oh, yeah.
feel like I've heard your character before, so I feel like we've met.
Right.
Okay. So, but that's really the only difference. I mean, like age-wise and stuff, I look the same.
If anyone else wanted to go around too, so that you're aware, maybe be good just to have some, brief, at least, like, I am, this is.
Sure. I can go. If we are in the ship, are we in the ship or on the ship?
Main deck. Outside.
Main deck?
Mm-hmm.
So, if it's any time during the day on the main deck,
It is.
Rarl and his 3 siblings are sitting on the back, near the back, with hammocks. They have a little like lunch set out. They are flying kites and they are fishing. And for your information, Rarlson is a ginger tabaxi, large beard, dressed very lavishly with bits of gold all woven in his like beard. He's got two very like distinguishable knuckle wraps that kind of wrap up his arms. He wears purple, like I think like purple silks, and he has three siblings that act as basically manservants to him and do literally everything for him while he sits there enjoying the day, eating grapes that are being fed to him. He waves, "Oh, hello!" The others
Waving.
wave as well.
I was gonna say waving to.
I mean, just like all the people that suddenly just popped up.
Oh, okay.
He just sees a group.
Yeah, it would be a group. You see Cat being caressed by Wisteria.
I think I may remember Wisteria.
Vaguely, very vaguely, and definitely a Zenora who rode on your back.
Yep.
Yeah.
You. SEAL Team 6.
Franklin would remember her because he killed her in the Halloween
Yeah.
Eurythmic Veracity brawl.
That's right.
Did
Oh yeah, I pushed you in a hole. That's right. And then you kept trying to get up, and I dropped rocks on you.
Yeah, because I kept trying to like Misty Step and
I know.
fly
Wow.
out.
Right. Okay.
That seems to be one of your techniques. Just push them in a hole.
It's a good technique.
If you give me a hole, I'm gonna put something in it.
Noted. Bring
Uh,
mysterious holes to your rhythmic veracity.
distract Raro with holes. All right. I know Shia, you've introduced yourself to a handful of folks before.
Mhm.
I don't know if you and Zenora have met actually or not. I think it was briefly in a fight. You may have been helping, but whichever one of
Maybe
you
I am
wanna go?
very small. I'm a halfling monk. And I'm in like traditional monk attire that's like blue, and I've got like long black hair. I'm very pale. And I tend to ride on people's shoulders for fun, but I'm actually like way faster than most everyone here. So
To the race sometime.
It's actually just to like keep up with it's like she's so much faster that it's just like easier. So,
yeah, like my
spend
base
much
walking
energy.
speed is 40, but like everyone else
Yeah.
is just tall, so I'm just like I just ride on people's shoulders and have fun.
Makes sense. I'm the exact opposite. The blue dragonborn, 6 foot something. Looks like she potentially was royalty, but now has frayed existing royal clothing and has a lute on her back and greets you with a big toothy grin.
Love that.
I
And
am
I'm
Cat.
I was just about to say, it feels like it's a good time
Sorry
for
about
that.
that.
I am Cat Bagok. You just see a normal looking chicken just on the deck being caressed by an elf. The chicken is like your normal, like iconic red brown feathers on the like head and body, and then the metallic like blue tail feathers. You can also see that it is wearing a necklace with some charms on it. And it just looks very happy to get some attention.
This chicken is also a rooster, if that was not clear.
Oh yeah, it's a rooster.
But if you ask nicely, and he tries hard enough, you could probably get an egg.
Yep. With willpower and rage. We can
I
have
think-
breakfast.
I think that would leave us down to Kiro and Grandam.
Yep. So for I guess Rorson and Zenora, they know what he and Shia, and I believe the only person that doesn't know what Kuro looks like is
That would be
Grandam.
me, Wisteria.
And
Wisteria. Yeah. And well, soon to be Grandam.
Mm-hmm.
So Grandam is a
I got
7 foot
Grandam.
tall.
You mean
Not,
Kiro?
not yet. Yeah, Kiro. There we go. Kiro is like a 7 foot tall half dragon with black obsidian scales that run the sides of his arms and around like his cheek areas, but with a normal like human face. And he wears head to toe heavy armor that's in the style of basically samurai. He carries 2 swords, 1 katana, and 1 really long nadachi. And currently, at this point in time, y'all would see him just standing and sharpening his sword.
All right, I guess
Some
that
ism.
leaves me. Grandam materializing on the deck is about 5'6" dwarf. He's got a long black beard that has streaks of gray going through it.
5'6".
5'6". I was gonna say for a dwarf.
Yeah.
Kind of well, that's kind of where they fall. Like
A
5'8"
human size.
is like their height max.
Oh, okay.
Son of a
The
bitch.
max.
What?
Like
Yeah.
yeah. They're just broad.
I'm
Like, they're
seeing
not
like between
wait,
4 and 5 feet tall, so like I would imagine more like 4'6". But oh my god,
Yeah,
damn!
like,
Some
super
people are
short.
wondering probably if you actually are a dwarf.
Yeah.
His width definitely makes him a dwarf. He's about as tall as he is wide. He's wearing a tattered green cloak with windswept features. He looks around the deck, having not entirely sure how long he didn't exist there. He blinks slowly, though really it looks more like 2 winks as the eyes are asynchronous. And then promptly screams and turns into a squirrel that's just as haggard as he is and climbs the mizzen mast.
And you said goes up the
Out
map.
engaged.
Yep, he
Yeah,
Oh
I was
no,
gonna
you
say,
turned into the
Rawls
wrong
gonna-
animal.
Rawls gonna have to roll a constitution
all
saving
four
throw.
of us.
do their eyes do the thing?
They lock onto the
Eye is the
squirrel
eye. The pupil became
and
the whole eye.
dilate.
He's a haggard-looking gray squirrel. Like the fur just pokes out at odd angles, and his tail's just poofed out.
Oh no! All right, what did you say, Josh? That I had to roll?
Constitution saving throw to know not to attack.
All right, I guess this will be for the whole group. I have a +2.
I mean,
Yep.
Who's next
Why
on?
is this not? Why
What's
is this
that?
not rolling?
Is it all of the royal sons?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is for
for
all
one-
of the
one roll.
rolls. This is
All
for
of
the
the
whole cat.
9 + 2, 11.
Can I roll to like what's that called? Deep like catch them.
Catch
No,
all
like a
four of us?
dexterity.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, like a dexterity, like see the
I'll
tail.
get in on this.
I
I
can
will
make
get
a
in on this too.
reaction time.
Like,
To
fuck, no.
de-escalate
Oh,
the
there's definitely-
situation.
There's definitely
No.
a reaction time. You're gonna need to roll a.
Initiative.
Actually, you guys could combat initiative if you want to do it that way.
Yeah,
So-
I want to help prevent him from attacking this new person.
All
I have a
right.
plus 11 to initiative. Let's do it.
I'm not even paying attention to that.
You just say
I'm
plus
Plus
11?
11. Yes, that's
All right.
correct. I go
stroke
Oh
first.
Lord.
What happens when
immediately get
you?
killed because I have
That's
one
what happens
experience
when you
total.
multi-class into like bard and rogue and shit.
Yep.
Oh, god damn.
Rara goes first.
I don't know. We could still get nat ones.
Roll for it.
I could roll badly, yeah. It's true.
So, are you gonna roll for all of them again too? Just one singular one?
Sure, that's easiest.
All right. So, go ahead and roll. And sounds like Thea
Oh
and
fuck.
Zenora.
Yeah, he's
roll.
going. He's fucking going for first. God damn it! I rolled really well too.
Oh,
God
you
damn
did.
it!
Damn. 23 versus a 28.
Ugh.
Just wait until I get the Sentinel shield from Franklin.
Oh God.
Gia, you.
What's
you
his
Find a way to
passive? Yeah,
break
not
my
even
monk.
close. What's his passive
Oh
dexterity?
Mine?
Lord.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. My passive dexterity.
What's a
My
passive
dex
dexterity?
is
Like your dex score?
I think that's what you're asking, right?
mine
Yeah.
is mine is +2. I have a 14.
Oh my god! What? How the fuck do you have a
You beat
plus
him.
11?
15.
Because I get Swashbuckler gets their charisma added, which is a +4. So I'm at a +6 plus proficiency, or plus proficiency. Then I have the alert feat, which is +5.
I have a 20 dex. Fight me. This is
Yeah,
rude.
no.
So unfair.
Thus is.
I go
Rawson.
fast.
I mean, what would probably happen is you would. What did you get though, Shia? By the way, I just need to know.
15.
15.
I
So
got a 12.
you get the like Coyote Roadrunner thing where you like grab for thin air and there's just dust. And Nora though, you get like a tuft of fur just as he's running by. One of them is running by.
I take it this check was failed.
We are a well-coordinated hunting pack.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
However,
I'm just
We're
gonna
on the way.
scream up to the squirrel and just be like, "Watch out! There's cats!"
what I'm going to need for
Chickens, the cats.
for the final check there too on yourself, Rarl, is going to be because you're going up a squirrel. I know you both have climb speeds at that.
I have all the speeds now, except for burrowing.
But you are on a ship and climbing up a mast. So I would
People
say
make the best riggers.
I would like to point out that speaking is a free action, Grand Dam, in our world, no matter when or what or how. But I'd also like to say that to clarify your intent when you're going up the mast there, Rarl. I know hunter instinct, but what does that mean to you? What are you doing?
I mean, this is I mean, in terms of what, like, so all four of us split up, and I go straight for them. The other two try to loop around the back and like prevent escape on the other mast or other high places. And then Jeffrey sits there with a blanket ready to catch.
Okay. So you probably skittered up quite far on the mast, Grand Dam, I would say, having been startled and all, and in general the speed at which squirrels can climb versus cats. You're pretty high up, I would say, when you're looking down to see this transpiring below you. So
Yeah.
how are you reacting? I'm kind of trying to give some turn order here, but it's
Go for it.
so
While all this is happening, I'm just gonna like lean down to Kent. who, like, at this point I'm just sitting crisscross on the ground with. And I'm just gonna lean over and be like, at least they're not trying to eat you. And keep petting Cat.
I chuckle. I was like, they haven't tried that in a while.
When I learned you were sentient.
So what does that mean for Charles?
Yeah, I was
Wait,
just
when
like,
you learned they were
Charles
sentient?
was intended to be dinner.
No,
And
no,
And then
he
he got killed.
introduced himself and then turned into a squirrel.
I specified I was waving at the group
Yeah.
from the other end of the ship. So
Well-
I just suddenly saw a squirrel appear.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Logic approved.
yeah, the cat instincts cannot be ignored.
Grandam, are you
Right, I have push to talk on now because I'm in a room full of people.
Ah.
Right. Yeah, if he can make it to the top, Grandam will turn back. I'm assuming there's like a crow's nest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll climb into the crow's nest, turn back into a dwarf, and start throwing acorn sticks down.
So
While
I can
swearing
push.
dwarf.
I can push 180 feet in a turn. I
Wait,
don't. I
please tell me
assume
these acorns come from your cheeks.
Inside his beard.
What was the climbing speed of
Even better.
your squirrel? I'm assuming you had it up at the time of turning.
Squirrels have a climb speed of 30 feet.
Okay. I'm assuming a
he was
lot, sir.
closer to the thing.
Right, exactly. First and secondly, just from the reaction speed and downtime of that, his intent was clearer before yours was. So he was probably up to the bottom of it at the very least by the time you're halfway up, and I maybe even all the way up right as you're coming over the edge is when you see him turn into a dwarf is possibly even what's happening there actually. Because it's not. It's only like a 20 foot. It's only like a 20 foot mast. It's not 30
Yeah.
feet. So he could clear it in a turn.
I'll say that I come up like immediately after he turns into a dwarf. I land and start searching for the squirrel, not realizing he's the dwarf. Did you see this squirrel? You must have. He was just here. I want him.
He's still up there.
And
I'm just gonna point.
I throw an acorn at him anyways.
And then suddenly, all two of my other siblings descend and just like jump on the mast too. Where is it? Where is the squirrel?
It's
Are
right
none of them-
there.
so
And
you're
I'm just gonna
down-
point.
down with us now.
Jeffrey's still down there, and he kind of looks at you and shrugs.
Sonora shrugs back. At this point, this is fucking normal. I understand the minds of these siblings.
Kira looks up from the area he's at, and he's just like, huh, and then goes right back to sharpening his sword.
At this point, to add more complications to the matter, of course, you feel a presence pushing on your mind. It's not invasive in any way, Grandam. It's very light and subtle. It's like a knock, if you will, at the door, asking to be let in.
Sure, he'll open it up.
It wouldn't be the first time.
No, it wouldn't.
So, you open up to the sense that was put just ever so subtly knocking against your consciousness, and you feel a feminine voice resonate in your mind. Go, well, hello, new traveler and adventurer of the I were hoping to be, anyways, in the group of Rum Rollers. I'm a Dune. That's whose decks you find yourself on currently. I'm the ship.
Haha.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but those don't
Our
usually
deck.
talk.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but those don't usually speak.
You are not wrong. It's been a very wild ride for myself as well. But if there's anything that I can help you with while you're on my decks, I will gladly do so.
Damn, bro, why are you all up on her deck?
Yeah. Hop off, bro.
Better.
I'm sorry, I was suddenly ambushed in real life by my child.
The karma.
Did you catch what I'd said?
I did not.
Oh, if there's anything that I can help you with while you're on my decks, please just ask.
And then all the snarky
Why am
comments.
I here?
Yeah, that's my snarky comment. Damn.
I'm sorry, I missed that, Grandam.
He's
Hello?
getting distracted by his real life child.
By
he
the
said.
real life child.
Yeah, that's fair.
Child perhaps trying to have a conversation with a ship.
Damn it, children. We're trying to have fantasy conversations with talking ships. Excuse you.
Not real conversations.
Trying to get
with
on a
real life
deck.
beings.
Have you seen my real hard dicks?
What the ship? Just let me enjoy this dick. Deck.
No, as I was saying, pardon me.
Sorry, that slipped out.
You're not the only voice in my head.
No worries.
True statement.
How did I get here?
That is a rather excellent question. Not too many. Actually, no
So-
one's really solved that. How?
Yeah. Okay.
Magic.
Will he always do this when I try to turn into a squirrel?
Oh, Raharo? Probably not. I mean,
Yes.
If you immediately take off.
yeah, he's going to be. He can be troublesome, but only if you surprise him. I think if as long as you give him fair warning.
The voice in my head says your name's Royalson, and he doesn't seem angry, so I don't think I'm in danger. I flick the acorn I had prepared anyways to try and hit him between the eyes.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm guessing that'd be an improvised weapon attack.
Yep.
I would make the argument that Grandam should be proficient in acorns, but
Very much so. Very much so.
I mean, I could accept it. Do you have proficiency in projectile weapons or anything too?
they come with druids come with sling proficiency.
Then yep.
Mm.
I was about to say, him from a lore aspect, Josh is, yeah, just yeah.
Just
I guess
yeah.
he throws acorns a lot.
Grandam,
Hands him out.
Grand is a man from my world, and oh god.
So to be clear, have Kiro and Grandam met in another world?
Kiro has heard of the Grandam. He's about if he puts it together, yeah, he's heard of him.
Okay. Yeah, you would
Or
have. Some-
or the term Grandam is a very universally known term.
You'd have
I
some.
can't figure out how to do a ranged attack here.
Just like roll a d20 and add
I'll
like your dex and proficiency together
Pretty
to
much.
it, I guess.
I'll just do a real life roll. I got my dice
Yep.
here.
It's probably swifter. At that
I
point.
got a 15.
On the die.
total.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Does that beat your AC there, Ral?
Nah, 18. I just dodge out of the way.
Not trying to hurt him, just bonk.
Wait, can I try to catch it?
Yes, I'm trying to think exactly how you might go about that. It would definitely be dexterity based, and I want to say you're gonna roll a sleight of hand to try and catch it.
Neat. 23. I don't know if they're coming up. Oh, they came out
Did you?
twice.
Did you? That was a 15. You'd said so. Yeah, you can catch it.
Look at it. This is what squirrels eat, I'm pretty sure. I look at you. Hi, I'm Rarl. I'm still looking around for the squirrel. I'm looking for a squirrel. He was up here a short minute ago. It's nice to meet you.
You found only possibilities.
I guess we're the nuts on this dick.
Oh my god. Nora's gonna
Alright.
jump. She's jumping. This is it.
Anyway, welcome aboard. Why don't you come down and we'll all get to know each other and maybe talk about a rodent infestation.
Sure. How do I get down?
You climb. You climbed up here, I assume.
I was a squirrel then.
You're the squirrel. You don't look like a
Response, Granddad
squirrel.
just does another asynchronous blink.
You look like a dwarf. Insight check. I scrunch my eyes.
Nice.
Dun, dun,
I don't
dun.
think
Automatically
that
fail,
he's a
he's not lying.
squirrel. I got a 16. Is he a squirrel? I smell him.
You're inciting checking whether or not he was lying. I'm assuming.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know he's not lying. You catch a whiff of the scent of the squirrel that you were chasing in the air.
You're the biggest squirrel I've ever seen.
You're the biggest cat I've ever seen.
Thank you. That's
Okay,
very nice of you.
that's a lot.
We have a
You're the
chicken
most
on board
talkative
too
one.
somewhere. So you're the squirrel. So we don't have a rodent infestation.
No, I'm the Grand Dam.
God, I'm so
Like
he's on top of the
the
mats.
grand. Yeah.
God damn.
You're like, here, we should climb down. I start like nimbly climbing down.
You first.
Okay. I very swiftly make it to the bottom. Guys, he's the squirrel.
We know.
Why
Yeah.
didn't you tell me?
I tried.
No,
I
you tried
even
to catch
pointed.
me. You tried to catch me, and you owe me
No,
a brushing.
I've been
You pulled my
feeding
hair out.
cat this whole time.
I don't know
Oh,
the DC of climbing
someone
down from a
pulled it
mast, but Grand Dam is not a good climber.
With a 10, you're able to hook yourself on some of the rigging and slowly make your way down precariously, but without falling.
All right. Get to the bottom, dust myself off.
Good job.
Sorry about that. Last time I appeared in a strange place with strange people.
I understand. Just, let me know. My siblings, they don't have the self-control that I do.
Yeah, I just
Weren't
I
you the
got-
first one up there?
yeah. Last time I got caught up in like politics, and I don't like politics. Y'all
Oh,
aren't
gross,
involved
no.
in politics, right?
No, we're not yet. We don't have any current political aspirations.
All right, I'm behind that.
What do you think about running a business? Anyway, I
Capitalism.
gestured to the others. Introduce yourself, strange squirrel.
He's a dwarf, not a squirrel.
No. He told me he's a squirrel,
I'm not a squirrel.
and
I'm a Grand Dam.
I think
I have
You're-
Varl,
you're-
I think he can
you're a what?
turn into squirrels.
Oh, that makes
Ex-
more sense.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
You're a what?
My name is Grand Dam. I'm a Grand Dam. Asynchronous blink.
The first time y'all have seen Kiro actually looks frightened. The Grand Dam?
No. A Grand Dam.
Damn. Sorry. Continue.
God damn.
Like Grand Dam of a Kelladort variety.
Maybe once.
Yeah. Kiro is officially like, yep. I've heard stories. I've heard stories of Grand Dam. Are they all true?
Somewhere. Maybe not here, but somewhere.
Which Grand Dam are you? Since you said you are a Grand Dam.
He just shrugs to that.
I'm sorry to interrupt, says a wooden figure in all of your minds. You see, like, a mouth formed. So, I'm going to backtrack real quick. While you guys are interacting, for those who haven't interacted with it yet, it seems to form a form out of the deck forms in a wooden figurine shape and starts to appear to move, as if walking, but across the deck in still of wooden figurine shape and texture and everything, though. But saying in all of your minds, I hate to interrupt, but I thought we were about to get underway. Should I be doing something?
Let's go. Think we've got everything. We shouldn't sit around any longer.
Yes.
Where are we going?
should.
We're going back to Socrates to finish our deal with the queen. And to get the
Sure.
Dune wings.
Yes.
We are finished on Shandar's island, and then we went back, then we left, and then we came back, and then we left, and now we're leaving again.
You did
That's
all
too many
that in
times.
like 2 weeks?
It's been very busy.
Grand Dam's going to
It's also, you realize, too.
Queen.
I heard something
Said
about.
no politics.
I heard you coming through. That it's really soft. Not sure why.
Not really politics.
my
We're
mic
just
was up.
doing a
Sorry, I'm
job.
eating. You said no politics.
No,
Oh.
There's a lot of politics here.
But I did say a lot of fuckery. I emphasized fuckery.
One day
do-
we're going to become a president.
Adune chimes
Oh,
in.
Lord.
I think it's a bit more of like a commercial subcontracting. I don't know why that's in my mind possibly from my times as a servant to the elf queens.
Hard times indeed.
I have no idea what words you guys are saying. What's a president?
I get a
Maybe it's a
nosebleed.
leader.
Something that
Maybe
came
it's a leader of the cat people.
The leader of men. They are elected, I think, by some sort of, I don't know, house of old people. I have 2 nosebleeds.
Well, to be set underway, I think we might need an interim captain. It seems Captain Mime. And there seems to be somehow blood trickling out of the nose of the individual that wooden figurine. I don't know who I'm talking about, but the captain before hadn't set someone up as a mate.
Oh shit, that's right.
Aye.
I run over and I caress the helm, and I'm like, "Oh, you're bleeding. Are you okay?" And I'm very distraught now.
I didn't
Nope, I'm
know
fine.
boats were supposed to do that either.
I pull some more berries out and like toss them at Cat.
Should we vote or should someone just volunteer?
I shall do it.
As per custom, it is a vote that is taking place if the captain isn't making the decision themselves.
I approve a vote.
Sure.
I vote to vote.
I
And we are
vote to
voting
vote
for who
and
is.
vote for me.
I also vote for me.
I think the usual custom is that
I
you
vote for
need
not me.
you need
I also vote for not me.
you need somebody some bodies to be nominated.
Oh,
So you can't choose yourself, but you can choose someone else.
I
As-
nominate Cat.
I
that's
stand
not
up
a good
proudly.
idea.
Does the chicken speak?
I do. Magok!
Does it balk?
Magok!
I
He
vote
barks.
for Captain Chicken.
Do we got 1 box? 2 box? Do I got 2 box over here? 3 bucks? 3
I'm
bucks
good
for the
with
chicken?
Cat being captain. She's level-headed.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
3 bucks for the
level-headed.
chicken.
I worry if I became captain, we would never get home.
That is true. That we would not.
That's so true. That's so true.
We shall chase the clouds to see where they go.
Uh,
Where do they live? Nobody knows.
Look at you, rhyming master.
Thanks. I'm technically a bard.
Get the shit
Wait,
out.
no, I'm not.
Go away.
No,
I
that's
think-
not true. I'm not.
I
I
think I've
sold my soul for capitalism.
counted 3 votes.
Shia was like grabbing her loot and was like, "Let's jam, man!" Like,
I think I've counted a
No.
total of 3 votes for Cat, and 4 would be in the majority.
Oh fuck.
And we
Can the
cannot
cat vote for
ourselves.
cat?
No,
She-
no. No, that wouldn't be per custom, anyhow.
but
My
Cat can
siblings
vote.
all walk up. We also vote for cat.
Hmm.
Yes, what he said.
I
I don't know if we get to vote or if we're just a conglomeration of one person since none of us are really real and we all have nosebleeds.
I think you've registered yourself into the Rum Rollers as a singular individual.
That's right. Thank goodness for God, what was it called? Citizens United. Yes. Now we are a corporation, we are an individual with rights.
God.
Was there any other nominations at this time? Silence means no. Okay. So we shall move forward with the vote with Cat being interim captain. I think we need 4, and I counted 3. One of which being Rarl, one of which being that had voiced verbal confirmations, one of which being Zenora, I believe, and Wisteria. I'm not sure on where. I think actually, Shia may have been the 4th. I'm not, because she made the nomination herself. So that may stand for 4, unless I've
Makes sense.
miscounted for anyone.
Wait, Ral, didn't you vote for yourself?
Hero
He
nominated
can't, though.
himself.
I can't
he
vote
changed
for
it up.
myself. I vote for Cat. She seems good.
Kira voted for Cat as well, so I think that definitely makes the majority.
Oh
with,
no,
uh,
Hero voted for himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He nominated himself.
Breaking all the rules.
He is.
Wait.
There's only
Who
two rules.
knows
and
where
you've
we're
broken them.
going? Who knows how to get to where we need to go?
We're going back
Probably
to
Adune.
Socrates.
Adune?
I am unfortunately not good at
She's
the
been in a
navigations.
bottle
Wait,
for
we
like
have
half
that
of
other
this
guy.
too.
Yeah,
I'm going
we
to
have the
cast
other.
Druidcraft. North's that way, and it's going to storm in 15 minutes.
Oh,
Or
that's
whenever
good.
the DM says so.
Wait, isn't Rorson a swashbuckler? Doesn't he know his way around the sea?
I am a swashbuckler,
Yeah.
and I used to be a pirate. Yes, I can lead the way. I don't have
Oh.
navigator
vote
He
skills,
just
though.
needs he needs
Is for
supervision if he's going
whoever-
to.
My vote is for whoever has navigation skills
I don't. I have thieves,
On
tools, and a forgery character.
this plane of existence.
I am very much on the wrong character.
Yeah, but we would need Matthias for that, Jake. We need
None of
Matthias
my
for that.
characters in these worlds are navigationally good.
We did hire
I-
the other captain, the goblin, or the
Yeah.
kobold captain.
Gulliver has
He's
been
on the other
standing
shift.
over. No,
Let's make a
Gulliver-
navigation check.
Gulliver's been standing at the rail, kind of minding his own.
I am not sure. Did somebody say navigation check?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a good vote.
Well,
That gets my vote.
We need someone to have navigation skills.
Yeah, I was just making a joke because I'm like, oh, the skill check. We should just make a navigation check.
Mhm.
from-
I can
Honestly-
track things really good.
I'm trying.
Are we going? Are we backtracking?
I'm not
Yeah,
really particularly sure. I thought we'd had a captain selected as Cat.
Yes. Yeah,
Um,
Captain,
as-
you decide.
I'm gonna
As a
stand up real tall and I'm like, we have to head back to Socrates.
That's a great idea. How?
This is why.
I am going to because we have a map, right? I'm gonna run down to a map.
Does the boat not know how to drive itself?
It does, but where?
It does.
to?
It just needs to know where to go.
Exactly. I apologize. I've just recently acquired eyes. It's great.
Very
Wait a minute.
impressive.
My
If
compliment.
Adune can see in our minds somebody who knows where we're going, picture that in your
Right.
mind and let Adune see it.
I can picture the
Did-
island,
did
but
the
like how
giant
to get
map
there.
come with me? Because you said it faded out with me.
I'm going to the captain's chambers to look at a map.
So as
This
you
is a good
guys
question.
are standing there, looking around and talking and discussing, out in the distance, what looked like to be a bird grows in shape and form.
Oh, son of a
into
bitch.
familiar.
The DM on the board.
Okay, birds aren't real.
Birds
into
are
a
fake.
familiar shape to yourself, Grandam. Of a
Oh fuck.
giant paper airplane.
Oh,
I was gonna say it's
Oh
Mothman.
my god,
I knew birds weren't
God,
real.
yeah, done something like what I did. Yes, I'm not the only one.
I was about to say, at least it's not a big giant compass.
It's the
At least
map.
it's not a fucking coin here to behead you all. Don't ask questions.
We need
Don't
that
worry, I
coin
tossed the compass. Don't feel bad.
It's my map.
Oh my god, it is a map. I didn't even put that together.
I ran down below. I don't even see this.
Yeah, I don't have a good token for that. I was trying to find one. But yeah, it's coming towards the ship as you speak. Dune probably would have chimed in at this point too, as it's getting close enough to almost, it's evident that it's going to land where you are at. And she goes, my sails might be in danger.
Oh,
Kiro,
the southeast.
Kiro runs
I
to
hear
catch
this
it.
and I panic run back up to the deck. Also, I can only see gray on my screen. But as
No.
I'm running up the deck, I'm gonna prepare fireball and just hold it at the ready.
Would that be athletics to catch it?
So Kat, you're holding fireball at the ready. Can you see now, by the way?
Yes, I can see, and there's a shark in the air.
It's on the
Yep.
beach. Don't worry.
Oh,
It's on
okay.
the beach.
I was like, is this what's flying at us? A shark? That's horrifying.
Oh, that shark!
Um,
Don't worry about that shark. Don't worry about that shark.
Yeah, it's mostly a carcass, by the way, those two sharks. So, and Kiro, you said you're getting ready to try and catch this thing as it's coming at you?
Yeah.
Anyone else responding to Adune's cry?
I'm too small to deal with this. Fuck. I don't know. I could
Several
get.
levels away
I
from
have
the
the
giant
ability to catch missiles, but like this seems big.
Pretty big. What was that, Grandam?
I'm several levels away from being able to turn into a giant eagle, so I'm just gonna be like, it's my map.
Grandam, get on. We'll go stop it.
I look at him like he's crazy, and then comply.
Get on my back. Come on, get on. It's going to be fine.
I
Okay.
comply.
He's like
Soon as he
not as
explains, I'm
small
not-
as what I am, but all right.
I don't
It's
even
his
argue.
map.
Big chunky
dwarves
dude
are
just
medium
crawls onto a
creatures,
cat.
I'm a small creature, so me
shit.
sitting on
Okay.
people's shoulders is very different.
Maybe that doesn't work as well. I was thinking I could cast fly, like in reaction, cast fly on me, and have someone else go up there and try to like steer this thing.
It could be me.
That's fine. I was just giving him the
'Cause
option
I-
since it was his map. Oh, that's true. Okay, Bomaya, get on my back.
Zenora.
Zenora,
Zenora.
shit,
Completely wrong character. Not even one of mine.
See, not even yours. Ah,
Not even mine.
I'm so bad at this. Zenora, get on my back. I have a nosebleed.
Okay, I climb onto Roral's back.
All these different faces are just flashing through your mind.
I cast fly on myself, and I tap my heels together, and I think a happy thought, and I float, and I zoom off to go intercept the thing.
Lie. Do you want to send that if you have it?
Sure.
Display.
I could cast Leomon's tiny hut and we could all just get inside, but
But that would
Okay.
leave a Dune.
Yeah.
Ah, true.
We need to get her sails like safe, essentially, or pulled up or whatever. But couldn't she do that? I just posted it.
I'm looking at it.
Basically gives me 60 feet,
So, is
and then
Adune
I
a
can
creature?
dash, dash, dash.
Adune, can you raise your sails?
Wait.
Yes.
So
Upon
Raise
order
the
from
sails.
Captain.
how far away is this thing?
You're looking at it coming closer. It's within 30 feet at this point.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Is Adune a creature?
Well, possibly.
Hmm.
So that was going to be my question too.
Oh shit! I just thought about that.
Would she be a creature in like in regards to like spells?
Yeah.
Absolutely. She is living. She's no longer an
Is
object.
she willing? Is she willing?
So
And Shia says,
I don't know.
let me help you. And she casts invisibility and touches Adune.
Aduna would much appreciated. What did that do? She feels the shimmer across her hull, and you can kind of get the sense of what she felt. But
So any creature I touch, it becomes invisible until the spell ends, and it's a concentration spell up to an hour. If I cast this, basically the third level spell, so that means 2 people can also become invisible with me.
okay.
Or I would probably Yeah, because I want my concentration, so I would include myself.
Right. So you're going to do yourself in a Dune.
Are all of your plans this convoluted?
And
But
as
wait,
as that's
what's
happening,
the purpose of making her
I'm
invisible though?
confused.
as that's
Well,
happening,
something's coming towards her. She's just asked for help. She
The
goes,
map doesn't
help,
have
you know,
eyes.
and so she's the biggest target. So if we make her invisible, then it's going to be harder to attack.
Yeah, the map has disadvantage at landing on the deck.
As I'm
This-
running up the steps back to the top deck, Adune just disappears underneath me, and I just trip and flop into the stairs and then start thumping down them.
Yeah, wait, with the people inside
Oh.
Adune, yeah, they would become visible, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
no, you
Yep.
would be able to see
Someone's
literally
shitting
everyone
down the
So
else.
bottom deck.
we just see Cat just eat shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
The only people that I haven't heard from were Wisteria and Grand Dam, I think, on what they were doing
Grand
necessarily at
Dam's
this
just
point.
watching
Well,
the shit show.
I was gonna reach down and touch Adune and cast gaseous form, but if she goes invisible before that happens,
You have disadvantage on doing that? Or...
I'm just
She
gonna
also, if she turns into a gas, all of you fall down.
no,
the
no,
water.
because it says so. The reason I was asking if she's a creature is because it says you transform a willing creature you touch along with everything it's wearing and carrying
Oh, I like that a lot better.
into
Okay.
a misty cloud for the duration,
Um,
and it's concentration up to an hour.
up to an hour, okay. And the only
So
other
do we
thing...
both like
The only
lean down to like go touch Adune, and then it's like, who?
The only
She
thing that
just
I...
became an invisible gas. She's
The-
now extra deadly.
The only thing I had
Silent but
question-wise
deadly.
above that was, so, what level these were being cast at. I seen Fly, but I haven't seen the other two displayed yet. So if you could display those both, I'd appreciate it, just so that I have them to...
So, yeah, gaseous form would be a 3rd level spell. I don't know, but I don't know who. Like,
Everyone
I guess
else
so,
except for Rarl and I are on the ship.
Yep.
yeah. So would she go invisible and then
That's the question. What
I would
level
touch her?
were you casting that spell at there, Shia?
3.
Also a 3. What components were needed for both of yours, if any?
I'm gonna use my I'm gonna reach up and touch my necklace that I got
At that time,
from
too,
home.
watching the shit show, Grandam, you realize around your neck there is a new piece of jewelry in the shape of a torque, if you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems to be on everyone else's neck in the same color. You're just realizing for the first time as you're watching the shit show. So, how about yourself there, Shia? Was there any of the other materials needed?
Yeah, but I thought a spellcaster eliminates the materials.
If you use your
spell
focus. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just it was more of a curiosity for myself and what was transpiring at all.
Yeah, you're good.
And then
It's been a while since I've been asked something that specific. I know she has a spell focus. I would assume that
Mhm.
that's like, I don't know. I haven't. Yes, she has a spell focus, and I have not written it down. I can't find it, but she has a spell focus and would have automatically grabbed that.
Okay. But
Is there a
what was
reason not to use the spell focus, or is it just like the ability to
Well, there's
grab it?
there's certain spells that won't let you use a spell focus instead.
Yeah,
R-
but
right.
also
Is it-
understand if you've got a spell focus and not like a component pouch, if somebody were to purposefully take it from you, you're just a guy.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Or just a chicken.
Or just a chicken.
If it requires a material component. If it's
Right.
just like verbal and semantic, you don't really have to worry about it otherwise. But if it
Right.
requires a material component, then you could be shit out of luck if you don't have components. And there's certain spells that are like the components are required.
And certain builds that are specifically designed around stealing that shit.
Yeah.
I will go first.
Will both of those are also touch or
Yeah.
Yes.
okay? So what I'm going to need is an initiative between the two of you.
See which spell
Who
goes off.
touches the deck first?
Right. Working my way down through it.
16.
22.
Oh. So it goes invisible right before you're trying to touch it, Wisteria, but I assume you can feel the wood and such below you, or know of the wood below you because you're still standing
Yeah.
on something, and touch it.
So she sees Wisteria also going down to touch it. We like both go down to touch it at the same time, and she like touches it and then does that embarrassing like oh I'm sorry you wanna you can go ahead. Wait, you were gonna throw some you gonna put something up like
Where did she go?
bad.
Where did it?
And then like Cat's falling down the stairs. I'm like ah shit. Like definitely didn't
Wait.
think through this one.
Wait. So, should I still
Yeah.
touch her?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I think yours is better. Yours is better.
I'm gonna like panic and like slap her, like slap my hand down, and then I'll cast gaseous form.
All right. Thank you for that, Spian. Yeah, Adune is definitely accepting and willing of any help that could be had here.
And now we are silent but deadly.
Yes.
Dear God.
So do we all turn into gas, and can we see each other?
You all turn
we're
into
all
well-
incorporeal creatures, or I think, right? Oh, we have a flying speed of 10 feet.
yeah. And you can enter unoccupied spaces. So
I was gonna say, would we know this just offhand that she can now fly as a gaseous form?
I don't
because-
know. I think you guys would all just be very confused at what's going on exactly.
Yeah.
You guys would probably lose all sense at the time of turning into gas as well. You know, you wouldn't have taste, touch, smell, hearing, nothing. You'd just be gas.
We can't talk either.
Yeah, there's no talking. There's just gas.
You're not even controlling
I was
where you're
gonna-
going.
I was gonna
because
turn to a
that's
serious
Yeah, because
and
it says.
and then to translate and be like, this is a really cool spell. I might have to learn it.
You just hear
Um,
another sound. Just what is happening?
So, Zenora and Rarl, you guys are flying towards it seconds before, it's hitting the deck. Probably Zenora being on the back of Rarl glance back to Adune to check on it and realize there's just a cloud of gas there now, including your friends are gone. It's just gas.
over my shoulder. I'm gonna yell out to Zenora, be like, "Okay, all we have to do." Do we understand this isn't a creature
What's that?
or
the
the giant incoming object?
The paper airplane.
I have.
Yeah. Do we know it's
I
not a
believe
creature, or do we know or are we kind of up in the air?
You haven't seen it act as a creature?
I still don't know. So I guess over my shoulder to Zenora, I'll be like, "All right, the others will probably back us up with a long-range missile support. We're going to go beat the shit out of it. Ready?"
Can I like perception check to see if I can tell what this is?
What's your passive? Because you've got
12.
nanoseconds. You are pretty sure it's a giant flying piece of paper.
All right, yeah. So now I'm confident I can catch this. Alrighty.
I mean, it doesn't seem that heavy, but it's
Cool. I can also catch projectile things. So
true. So,
Oh yeah.
are you going to instruct Rarl what to do, or?
Yeah. I'll assist in whatever way I can.
Just line it up so it's coming right at me so that I can grab it.
Okay, I grab you off of my shoulders and hold you Simba pose style in front of me because I don't need my hands to fly.
I'm just Supermaning
So-
it up there.
Yeah. As I line up the shot and I use my action to assist.
I would say that would get you advantage, Zenora,
Cool.
for trying to catch the projectile.
This is gonna go really badly.
Okay, so the way deflect missiles normally works is like you just reduce the damage, and if you reduce it to 0, you catch it and can throw it again. Would this be more just like a dexterity saving throw or something like that to try to catch this?
Reduce the damage, eh?
Because it would have to be trying to hit you to inflict damage.
Yeah, it has to
that's
be like
what triggers
the
that.
idea that it's coming at me to inflict damage to deflect missile it versus the idea of just trying to catch it with like a dex saving throw or something.
Is
I'm
this
aware.
paper menacing?
I'm aware.
Yeah. Does it have the characters from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure coming out of it as it approaches me?
No, but you do notice the very first thing, besides it being, I don't know, the same size of the ship that you came off of almost.
Cool.
A chunk missing out of it where it looks like 2 hand impressions in it. And I just kind of guesstimated here and rolled too high, but that would be 30 damage.
Okay.
You can do it, Zenora.
Yeah, I literally physically can't prevent that because I do a D10 plus 12. So
Full confidence.
Do
Exactly.
it.
well, it's gonna hit me no matter
10
what.
plus 12, 22 in period. I mean, here's the thing. You could catch it and still take a little damage.
This is true.
Or you could jump on it and write it down.
Yeah, that too.
Already
Yeah, the
writing
thing
it
is,
down.
like, no
Ship.
matter what, I can, like, catch it. It's the idea of if I
should
reduce
try
it to
to-
0, I could use a key point to throw it again. But yeah, no, the idea is like, just taking it down. Alright, let's see how much damage I reduce to myself. 17.
That's pretty good.
I'd say.
Yeah, so I take,
Over
what,
half.
13? Yeah. Cool. I'll
And-
take that. That's fine. I can tank that easy. And now I have the paper airplane.
I had no idea the paper airplanes were so deadly.
Oh, trust me, there are things
Dangerous.
you would think that are not deadly that are.
Do you want to describe it, or do you want me to?
You do it because I feel like Zenora is in a weird situation that I have no idea how to describe this.
Fair enough. You are outstretched with your in front of Rarl, held Simba style, as described, and as it's coming towards you, you have him just get slightly below the point of it to try and line it up like you talked about, and grab just at the bottom edge and the side edge and swing it around to try and swing it off course. Again, succeeding with it landing I've been imagining it coming in from the southeast, and if you're redirecting it, it's probably going to be going to that more southerly direction, or the easterly direction. Is there a direction you'd like to choose?
Can I try to just send it to where it's going to land on the beach instead of on where Adune was, from
Right.
what I can remember?
Right.
Aim for the shark.
Which beach though was the? So are we talking more in this direction or more in this direction?
this side because there's
Okay.
not as much fuck shit over there.
All right. I it's fair enough. I think you would have at least bearings of minds to do so. So you are able to basically redirect its course, not knowing that you could, if you were to grab onto it, it would have pulled both you and Roller along with it, along for the ride, as if you were grabbing onto a raging bull. And you let go as the edge of it, along the whole side of it, brushes against you. Luckily, most of it is curved inward from its fold, but the last parts of it, being not folded, are the straight edge just dragging across your face. Just this nice slash.
Oh,
Oh, that'll leave a scar. Where did you get your battle scar? Oh, from a paper airplane. It was a real nasty cut.
worst paper cut I've ever had.
And it just splashes into the sand, missing the gaseous form of Adune. You said that can last up to an hour, though, so you guys are floating there like...
Well, it's concentration up to an hour, so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I didn't think you... I don't know if you're dropping it as soon as you see that the paper airplane's landed in the sand.
Yeah, once it seems safe, I'll drop it.
Okay.
I would also drop my invisibility.
The invisible gas.
I try to work my way back to my feet.
Reforms and everybody else takes their original shapes. Well, gasping, especially Zenora, after redirecting that
Oh,
giant
fuck!
missile.
Next time, hold me a little bit better, please.
No, it's your fault.
I was holding you directly forward.
Yeah,
had
it's
the-
just not as much stability on the feet, you know, being
That's
held
fair.
up. Yeah.
Sorry.
Is it bad? I'm just like pointing at my face.
Oh, you're bleeding. Shit.
Yeah.
How much of it was of your health was it?
It wasn't like a lot. I have 52 hit points, so
So it was wasn't even a...
I'm at 39 now, so I'm fine.
It was a paper cut.
It was a paper cut, just a really
It's
long
just-
one across my face.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
just a
fucking
paper
hurts.
cut. It's not a big deal.
Oh,
was-
We'll
you
just
ever
have
had a
some
paper
healing.
cut?
I was...
No, I don't touch paper. That's gross.
He's like, I got siblings for that.
Yeah, they do. They touch things for
They
me.
do, yeah. They painted all the nudies for him.
They did.
That would be just over a quarter, though. I kind of want to make it a permanent thing for you,
That'd be cool.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That'd be funny.
because it's also a bit of a god toy, and it's I'll let you choose exactly how it lands across your face, though, if you want.
Choose your own scar.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out the scarring for that. It's going to take a little bit to scar anyway, so.
Right.
Did the DM just increase your damage just so you could get a cool scar? Is that what I just heard?
No damage. Don't worry. No damage.
Oh no. Ew.
Grandam's gonna
No
go get his
damage,
map.
just scar.
Grandam's going to...
Go get his map.
All right. So you see that the ladder hasn't been retracted from getting down on the beach. Immediately go down onto the beach to go over to the giant paper airplane that's starting to lose some of its shape with the water that it's touching.
No, gotta save it.
I feel like it was a message.
If Druidcraft can put out a fire, can I remove water with Druidcraft?
I'm not familiar with that one as well.
It's Druid prestidigitation.
Basically,
Oh. Okay, I see. So kind of
You
clean.
can cause a harmless sensory effect.
Mhm.
predict the weather, make flowers blossom, seed pods open, stuff like that.
And clean or
No, you
dirty.
can't clean stuff like it.
No, the cleaning stuff is prestidigitation.
Right.
Instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or small campfire. Creates the sounds of animals or the smells of like a skunk or something.
That
If I can put out a fire, can I summon some? Can I put out? Can I remove some water?
I wanna say yes. So bad. I do. I think that it would be applicable in this situation too. I'm surprised they didn't add that particularity in there.
There's the control water spell.
Obviously,
Yeah.
but there's the prestidigitation text, which it seems to be leaning towards, like you guys are talking about. Also clarifies that you can clean or dirty I think it was a cubic foot of space at a time, and it's a cantrip, so you could spend some time.
Oh, you could then. I would say that you could quote unquote clean.
Right.
You
But
could
isn't-
clean the water off.
Isn't
Yeah, but this
prestidigitation and
isn't-
druidcraft are two different spells, though,
They
right?
are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
With the only intent being, though, of what you're talking about, right?
Unless he has
So-
mending.
Yeah, I don't have mending. That is.
Yeah, I just thought about it for like
You can
they were
just
talking about
drag it
Presti, and I
out.
was like,
He'll just drag the map out. It's.
And when you're talking about snuffing a fire, that's introducing. So you would only assume that you could, do the opposite of not introducing. Some
Or
sort
it could
of
be the
moisture,
removal of.
right, moisture content.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So I would rule ultimately that you could, just with prestidigitation with time, slowly at this. I don't know if you're spending all of your time there or if while they're getting ready to embark. So I think everybody's about ready to
Thank you.
shove off at this point. That's
Yeah.
what they were talking about. Probably while you're
You
doing
could also
that.
pick it up and bring it in.
Probably while
hold it and use it to, like, since it's big enough. I bet the boat can see it since the boat now has eyes apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And he just point to where we're going.
Ah. Well,
Up in the main room is like wallpaper.
looking at it, Adune would go, I think I understand what you're trying to say, but it's still kind of rather hazy for me as I didn't have eyes on the journey here. I have these senses, of the water around me and such, but it's, I'm not, I before, so, I apologize, I know we've
Can
just
we
met.
point in the direction?
I used to be an elf before being the ship here, and I did know what sight was, but as you're learning, I didn't know what it was for probably a shorter amount of time than I was alive, but my ship here that I inhabit has had some other senses, and where I came from was easier to navigate in shorter distances, but these distances that we're dealing with are quite vast.
Can Shia roll an investigation to investigate the map to figure out if she could like talk Adune through?
Wait,
the
Adune, were you
directions?
blind?
Yes, dearie. I
Like,
As
in
an elf.
life?
No, not as an elf. I was not blind. I was blind as a ship.
She could not see because she no longer had eyes to see.
Yes, my love.
Basically,
Okay.
she
Well,
can't
we
get us
fixed
there.
that.
That was multiple things at once. What was that? Shia?
Oh, nothing. I was just making a remark.
Oh, okay.
Let me know if you want me to roll.
For trying to figure out the direction towards it and everything.
Yeah.
And you don't have navigation skills.
No.
Let's use
But-
perception then.
So
Can we just
investigation.
use the goblin?
You could use investigation, and the kobold is standing up against
Or
the
goblin?
rails.
Kobold. That's right.
Yeah, we definitely want to use investigation.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna force my hand on that one.
It would be really fun to just pick a direction and go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think the captain would, or the other captain would be angry.
Yeah, we have a destination to reach.
Blood drips from your nose with a
Where's my?
29.
Is that me?
I see
Where's?
two.
Oh, there.
see a
Oh
19
my
and a
goodness.
29.
There it
Come
all.
through the other one. Yeah, it's confusing sometimes.
I was like, where? I was like, I was clicking. I was like, why isn't this working?
With a
Yeah, so
19,
that's it.
you would definitely
Yeah.
know that you guys with the orientation and direction on the map, you guys had gone more or less east, bit south, but mostly north from your position, only because of the.
You say east, a bit south, mostly north.
Yes, if you look at the map, you'll understand what I'm saying.
Oh, the handout map? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
East, a bit south. Listen.
Mostly north. So we're going in a circle.
That's not how that works out. No, it's more of like a.
why are these so tiny for me?
You can
Crescent
zoom in.
moon.
Please get bigger. There we
Once
go.
once you open it up as a handout, then just click on it and it'll open up as its own window.
Where the
Okay, yeah, so
We are at Shandar's Island, everyone would know for sure.
so we have to travel southeast
It's under-
first.
Mm-hmm.
Is it under journal? Sorry, guys. I haven't.
It is. Journal.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, journal, and then I think it's in the
Aliopolis?
Aliopolis one, and it is map Tarith globe, northwestern
Northwest.
hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's so little.
I
Okie dokie. So he said, son of a bitch. That is not what he said.
Mm-mm.
He said, I got the motherfucking don't have mouse.
so we gotta sail southwest and then northwest or
I
east.
thought you
Yeah.
said-
Southeast, then northeast, yeah. Northeast.
So there's this little raccoon paw print, and that's where we're at.
That's your home home country. Mm-hmm.
And you have the crystal tower on the bottom, and
That's going
so
in the opposite
east
direction of where
is
you're at.
to the right on this map,
Yep,
right?
You're looking
And
for
so you go-
Shandar's Island.
I know, but it's all
It's
blurry.
It's the volcano on the far left of the raccoon
Oh.
paw print.
Oh, way smaller. We're in the raccoon. Oh, jeez.
Yes.
I was gonna say, if you click on it and it gets really big, it doesn't seem very pixelated.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So we are. Where are we at?
We are on
Shandar's
Shandar's Island. It's the active volcano in the ocean.
Yeah. Trying to get to?
Socrates.
Socrates.
Okay,
Or-
I see now.
Socrates.
I apologize.
Socrates.
Audio stuff is different than visual stuff, and I have a disconnection. And so that I put visual stuff in front of my face, then I lost all of my audio stuff. All right. Sweet. So south of the dragon. Yeah, we can do this. Let's go. So Southeast.
I,
Sorry, Kat. Do you want to go for it?
I'm like,
She,
yeah,
like,
let's
steps
go
back.
southeast, and I run to the helm and just stand on the wheel.
All right. I'll start shoving off. I think we're missing one crewmate that stepped off, and her form goes over to the rail where you were at.
Yeah, he would be rejoining them as soon as she basically shot. Told him like that. Yeah, she didn't know where that was.
And you would probably, bring the map up, at least that you've cleaned up to this point where you guys are at. And actually, what you notice too, even after you've, so how have you compressed the map? I'm assuming to pick it up and move with you.
He would fold it as small as he could possibly get it. I don't have like a
Origami.
visual of how big
You
this
don't
thing is.
fold the map.
Roll the map.
You gotta roll the
You know,
map.
if it's small enough, he would tightly bind it around his walking staff.
You would have to fold it several times for that to be effective.
Yes, all right.
Because
Yeah.
this thing is, we're talking, I'm just getting some general measurement here. Oh, wait. I got a quick way of doing this. Like
I'm gonna have to come up with a
75,
reduced
80.
spell for that.
75,
giant map.
80 feet across.
80
We
feet.
need more
We
of
have this
those
ring of
rings.
resizing.
That'd be only you there, Shia.
All right. I see him struggling, and I can hop down and say, "Hey, you need help with that?" And yeah, because she is now whatever accent I decide, apparently. Um,
We'll say it's
sorry
a
about that.
noble accent.
Yeah, I was like, I remember she used to sound very different. Now she's like slap a knee, like, "Here we go, guys. We're gonna." Okay. She jumps down and something. And goes, "Oh, let me grab. Watch this cool trick." And she grabs the map.
Do you allow her? Grandam?
Sure.
I can inspire the fuck out of you, so
Let
Try
me touch it.
Let me touch it.
So you grab the edge of the map, Shia, and lift it up in your hand, and as you do so, it resizes to a reasonable size, for you to be able to hold with two hands in front of you. And you realize upon touching it, probably, and looking at, you probably, in the process of going south, southeast, southwest, you're able to touch it and zoom in particular areas. You realize as you touch it, it moves around a bit.
Oh, that's cool.
This is
Trippy.
gonna be so good,
There's a
guys. I
Witch.
snap my fingers at my siblings. Take this, start making some copies of different important areas of the maps, and we'll start selling them as an atlas.
Oh, if it's out of my possession, doesn't it resize back to the large?
Correct.
Yeah, so you can't take it from me. This is where I was gonna say, like, this
It's like
only
80
works.
feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
are
mean,
there
I
any
could hold
rooms
it
in
and you could like
the?
scan it. I could work with you guys to scan it while we're shipping.
I was thinking if we could like find a wall somewhere on a dune to like mount it to, then you could have like just a giant wall map.
It's literally the length of a dune.
Oh, never mind.
Jesus, I did not realize the paper was that fucking.
Well, what if we
It's a
fold it
little
up,
large.
right? Wait, hold on. What if we fold it up to a proper wall size, and then if you can zoom in, maybe you can like scroll?
I don't think that's how it'll work at full size.
No, it only does that with the ring of resizing, is what we just determined.
This is
Or you will it to be small.
Like,
it's much less cool now that it's small. I mean, that's okay.
okay, cool.
We're just gonna have to
Um,
suffer with folding it.
She rolls it up.
Just
She does
look
not
how
fold it.
dangerous that thing
She
is.
rolls the map and places it in her bag.
Well, that's fair, I guess.
I was sitting here like trying to figure out how big a paper airplane would have to be to do like the same damage as like a max damage fireball.
Yeah. How big would it be?
I don't know. That's fucking big.
Okay, we'll see.
It's 80 feet.
Hey, I was guesstimating right.
Well, think about it,
Guesstimation.
what is it? The Adune's what size class? What gargantuan? Right.
Yeah, easily because you gotta be
So
you gotta be 20 feet at least.
I mean, you're close because I mean, a fully grown ancient, no, not ancient, but a great verm. Yeah, that's about right. 4d10, smack you in the face. So I mean, it's about right.
That's fun.
So much fun. Not
I did say
scary
great
at
verm.
all.
I did say great verm, not ancient or smaller. So
Yeah.
Sure. These items are
Let's-
very powerful. Also, for those of you who are not here, we came across a chest full of gold, about 9,500 gold. We haven't done anything with it yet, but I think we should use it to get back that giant coin someone had.
What?
While you're
I
talking
forgot about that chest.
and such too, Adune's shoving off from shore once Shia and
I was gonna say, let's get our ship together.
Yeah,
Ha
Come
ha.
on,
Come on.
we leave.
and
yeah,
Grandam are on board.
So
Once
y'all
you
are
get-
from here, or you've been here a while?
No.
Nope.
None of us are from here. We've been here for a little bit. Some of us.
I was just wondering what it was like.
I don't even know where here is.
That's what
We
I'm
just
saying.
kind of appeared. I appeared on Adune. So
Like,
I walked here.
I just wanted
I
to
bel-
sprinkles. Is
Wait,
it?
wait, guys, he's trying to talk. It's just really soft.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Sorry.
Where's my mic? There we go. I just wanted to know what it was like in titty sprinkles. Is it nice?
Oh, it is. It is. It's very lovely. It's a great town. It's nothing what the name applies.
There's not enough sprinkles there for the name.
There's no titties nor sprinkles to be seen,
Then I don't.
but good people.
I'm less excited to make a visit then. Right.
oh, I just noticed that.
oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Excuse you, sir.
Excuse me, what? Excuse me.
Don't worry
Alright,
about
what's
it.
happening, Mom? Behind
Pay
the
no
map?
attention to the man behind the curtain.
There's
feel
nothing.
Oh, we're on a
I
boat.
feel
Where's-
Yeah, so you guys are started on the on a boat in a
Oh my
direction.
God.
I have some options here. 1 through 6, and 4 is no longer an option
Why? Because I saw it.
for encounters. However, I wanted to at least give you guys some agency, especially at the time that we're at, and ask what you would prefer. And
Oh my God.
those
Timothy.
preferences. Timothy?
Who's Timothy?
Oh, you're talking
Where's-
about Dol.
No, Timothy. Where's Timothy?
I don't
Timothy?
think he was able to make it with you. If you remember, he'd said that. No.
No. I got him released from Shandar to come with us.
Yeah, we did. We got Timothy to come with us.
Yes, I'm about to say Timothy's gonna become my squire.
It's the
What?
last thing on my experience point tracker. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that somebody's paying
Timothy.
attention. All right. Did I got Gulliver. Oh shit. I got to go back over to the other map. Give me a second here. What I was explaining though is there are 5 other encounters that I have prepped for the sea. You may have the captain roll for it. If they get a 4, they can re-roll and get one of the other encounters because you already had 4. Or, like I was saying, you can choose between a hard, and I'm being very kind here because of the time and everything, a trivial, much more of a role-playing scenario, or a deadly encounter.
Deadly. It has to be
Deadly.
deadly.
I'm gonna say that definitely the roleplay will be the longest.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
It's
roleplay will take
yeah,
the longer part.
We all know what's gonna happen.
I'm level 1.
Bring me the sushi.
Get
Oh,
some
don't worry, don't
experience.
worry, you'll be fine. My character in the other campaign perma died the very first time she was introduced, so I have a great track record here.
It was in your dreams, though.
That-
It was fine.
That was in the dream world, but still.
Not filling me with confidence that I will in fact.
You're gonna be fine.
You'll
You
be
won't
fine.
be obliterated by a cannonball.
Oh yeah.
I vote deadly.
Deadly.
When the Kraken shows up, I vote we shove the map in his mouth.
We already killed the Kraken.
Yeah,
we
but
We have it as a pet.
No, we didn't kill it. We caught it. Now
Oh,
it's
we
in our
killed another
bottle.
octopus thingy.
Hello, Anise. How are you?
There's been many octopus slain in this campaign.
Too many
Yeah,
tentacles.
Starting to-
This is
yeah,
starting
I'm
to
starting
become
think
questionable.
Josh is- yeah.
Well,
Can we?
if I
Can
ever
we-
finish a full recap, you'll understand why.
Can we
is
go
looking
with
for us.
a little taste nugget and then maybe start our next session with Deadly?
Deadly now.
That would be fair, and considering that it does take 2 days to reach Socrates, as you know, and Adune would chime in of such too. Takes 2 days. With a taste nugget, you're referring to I'm assuming the trivial encounter.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
everyone-
you guys can outvote me. That's fine. But
is
she
everyone else
is
of that mind, or are we starting?
starting to
I wanna
disappear
poop,
in
Drew.
front of your guys' eyes. You're not really sure why. She's like a semi-transparent being. You know, every once in a while it'll like blink out and come back in. So you don't know if she would be there if you did intend a deadly encounter, and she would love to be there.
Coin flip?
Coin flip.
Coin flip.
So
Captain
evens
coin
or
flip?
odds?
Yeah, evens or odds.
Odd.
Odd.
Flip.
Odd is
Soon.
Are
Odd
we in
is-
danger?
what did we
Dun,
get?
dun, dun, dun,
I rolled a
dun,
3.
dun, dun,
That would be what we decided, a deathly encounter.
dun, 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 dun,
Da-na-na!
dun, 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 dun.
Yay!
All right.
Daddy
guessing-
Shark is after us.
I run to the deck!
Now the dad came for us.
At that,
Do.
I mean, we killed Baby
Daddy
Shark.
do, do,
We
do,
killed
do,
Mama
do,
Shark.
Daddy Shark.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
makes sense.
It's the
We continue this
Megalodon!
way.
It's the Meg. We're in the movie.
Oh no!
Oh, wait, crap. Be quiet. Josh, you can hear us.
Don't give him ideas.
We've
Yeah.
been fueling all of his ideas.
I was
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
true.
wait a second, I haven't even considered that. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
Daddy Shark. Dude.
No, so giving everyone the opportunity to do some sort of reaction of sorts, Dune would go, there's something of danger. I feel uneasy approaching. And it has scared most of the fish away. I've been lovely watching them go by.
I've seen this play.
Wisteria and I, we look at each other at once, and then we both like lock hands and start spinning around like full formation. Glitter starts sparkling, and like it's like I slam down. We're like silent but deadly. Just kidding. Sorry, that's what I visualized in my mind, and I thought you guys wanted part of it.
Well, so when you said we like lock eyes, Wisteria's gonna look at you and like kind of like twitch her hand, and be like, "Should I do the thing again?"
that's what I was also in the same boat. I was like, do we do it?
Do the thing.
What's the thing?
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
I just-
you turn into a
I-
gaseous form.
I cast
what you're saying.
gaseous form on a Dune.
All right.
but if it's cat, then I don't see it. So
No, we've all
Whatever
turned into
invisible-
gas now because all of us
Yeah.
are on a Dune and she's carrying all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as you cast it, up from the depths, you see a shadow.
Oh,
Go ahead.
real quick, Josh. So I'm gonna touch my necklace and cast it again. I didn't
Right.
ask you last time, but
did
what do I
forget.
roll?
Fuck. Roll a D100.
Okay.
Twice, actually.
Twice.
Roll a D100 twice.
Yeah, the first time was for the first spell that we forgot about.
Okay. Yeah.
No, are you sure? Are you
Oh,
sure? Do you want to do
Keep
that?
going. Keep going. You're
No!
good. Still
oh,
good. You're still good.
Okay. Everybody's gas. Nothing went wrong.
Cat looks
Was
around
there- was
nervously.
Are you wild magic?
Oh
Are you
Sense
wild
of
magic?
disturbance in the force.
it translates to.
Are you a wild magic user?
No.
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 But you can sense a bit of wild magic has been used. I would
You
guess.
can sense chaos is afoot.
Hmm.
It's not wild magic. It's
Cause
chaos
like,
magic.
in the other world, I'm a wild magic user and I love her. She's fun.
No, I'm not. I just have my spell casting focus.
Has wild magic associated with it.
Ah.
So
In one of my
so the
campaigns, we had a
thing-
sling that was a wild magic sling, so that was
yeah,
funny.
So the thing is, Wisteria is an Eladrin, and I am from the Feywild.
Oh hell yeah,
Um,
I'm into
So,
it. I'm
you
here
know.
for it.
I would say
magic's
that
different there.
was going
I
to
would
be. Actually, you know what? I know where your thoughts are, and I love the alarm. But I'm going to need a initiative roll from everyone.
Oh!
Damn.
Remember to click on yourself first.
Yes, on your token.
Wait, what? Oh,
If you click on your token, it'll actually propagate.
so should I roll again?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Wisteria 15 showed up.
slow.
Oh,
Cat
All
19.
right, how do I do an initiative roll?
Click
All
on your
right.
token.
Sorry.
No worries.
Touch yourself.
Touch yourself.
Done and done.
And then roll initiative.
Okay, click on my token. And where is roll initiative at?
Oh,
On your character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Josh, before the magic of turning into mist happened, Kira, you said what we would do as kind of reaction to Adune. Kira went and assumed the Chimera stance.
Okay. And I'm missing. Oh, I got it. I got it here. It came through as a different roll. There we go. 21 for yourself. The only one. There it is. Yeah, at a 17.
Wow, of course now is the time that Rarl rolls bad on initiative with his plus
Right.
11.
I
was
know,
really
right?
sad.
I
Like,
mean,
come
I have
on,
a plus
dude.
8
Hey,
and
what
I
if that-
still got a 15.
Got like a 4. I was like
Oh
one
my
of the
god!
worst.
The one
It
time
ain't Grand Dam's day, let me tell you.
I don't know how this has gotten to be where it's at, even.
I rolled a nat
Oh, okay.
20 on initiative. Okay, I rolled a nat 20 on initiative. Got 21.
I apparently left.
Good job. You get to go one before me.
I know, right?
By the way, I rolled a 3 total.
Oh. Mine didn't register to my token.
I see
We
that.
all-
I'm figuring it out a little bit here. If you wouldn't mind repeating it, it would be helpful. I think Rarl.
Mine was a 20.
20.
So
Thank you. And
I
Rarl
rolled a
was the last one that I've
15.
got to enter here on this side of things for some reason.
he has a 15 on his.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I am now on a black screen too because I accidentally sput down roll 20.
Oh, you might have to zoom out and then find it.
Oh.
1 second, and I can. Oh shit! I
Oh,
just
there
went
it
all the way
is.
through. Oh, you got it. Yeah.
Y'all.
Nice. So, with Kiro at the top of the orders in order, directly following, and Rarl. I mean, Cat. Sorry.
Do I hear Daddy Shark song? I hear Daddy Shark, don't I?
You
That you.
hear another sort of shark song going of Modum.
No.
And bursting forth are an array of your favorite things.
Sushi!
I fucking knew it.
Holy shit! What the
Wait,
fuck?
I'm below
Fuck.
deck. I don't see nothing.
What is it?
Wait, no, you see everything. We're all gassed.
Oh,
We
wow.
see all
Oh, that's right.
things.
So,
Yes.
Kiro, are
That's a
you
big boy.
doing anything there as tentacles burst to the surface? A vast array of them, almost an uncountable amount of tentacles.
So is this before I turn into a vaporous gas?
No, unfortunately, I
Okay.
believe everyone is currently a vaporous gas amongst these tentacles.
Okay, so I believe.
Let's
You
go
literally
right to.
can't do shit.
Oh well,
No,
let's see.
go into its heart, and then ungas yourself so that we all peer into its heart, and then it has a
Oh
heart
my
attack and then
God.
dies.
I
Fucking
believe
brutal.
he
Nat 20 intelligence right there.
Yes.
doesn't have the ability to ungasify himself, but
Nope.
he could
But
move.
I can move.
10 feet.
Correct.
Yeah.
and just stay there until it ungasses. Unless what's
Yeah,
the rest of the thing?
okay.
Wait, how big are you?
I'm gonna find the most advantageous position
Within 10 feet.
within 10 feet of me that I can actually, assist in killing whatever this is.
Okay. hold that thought, because it is Zenora's turn. If that
Oh,
was
wait.
all you're doing.
Real
With
quick,
Cass
Josh, I
on
have
deck.
a question.
Well, in my gaseous form, we can't attack, right? We cannot attack.
No.
Nope, you can't do shit.
It is
Yes.
concentration. I know what you're talking about. If that's what you were trying to interject with.
No. My question is, so would a Dune roll initiative?
But Adune's not the one holding concentration on it. It's you.
No,
that's
I
holding
know,
concentration
but-
on it.
She's more asking about the turn order, I think. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're
Um,
in a soft, weird half initiative because nobody can technically do anything.
Well, and
Yeah.
then, so my other
Uh.
question is, because it says you can't talk or manipulate, like move objects, but you can fly.
Oh,
And so I was asking, if you can't talk, but we're still aware of what's going on, can we think? And if we can think, can we still communicate with a Dune?
yeah, that's a good question. Because I just had
And
an
our
idea.
torques.
so
Yeah, our Torgs let us send mental messages, right?
mm-hmm.
So is that an option?
Yeah, if we have the torques, can't we still talk amongst ourselves too, right?
I can go back to Kiro if you were doing.
Yes. I would since seeing all these tentacles rise up. Aduni, bring up the guns.
Fuck yeah.
Well, isn't she
Kill it from the
also?
inside.
She's also gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she would do the
is
same
gas,
thing.
which is why we're
Yeah,
all gas.
I know. Well, because all I can do is assume my stance, and basically, first thing it says, Dooney, ready the guns.
All right. Well, moving on to Zenora then.
Yep.
All right.
I float my 10 feet closest to the nearest tentacle and hold an action of fucking punching the shit out of it for whenever I'm not fucking gas.
Okay.
I can't do shit, and all I know how to do is punch.
Okay. Remember that for me, and then it would be Cat.
We don't have magic. Jesus.
Okay, so I did want to say that my character token is in the lower deck, and I can't see the water or wherever this is actually happening. But I want to move to the closest side of the ship where the creature is, and I will just ready a spell. We can't cast spells either.
Nope,
Nope.
you can't talk.
You need verbal and
Use your
semantic for the most
abilities?
part. Yeah.
Nope. Target can't attack or cast spells. Last sentence of the spell.
But you can use class abilities.
Wait, class abilities?
While in the form of a misty cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects, and any objects it was carrying or holding can't be dropped, used, or otherwise interacted with. The target can't attack or cast spells.
Yeah, so you can still use your class abilities, like
Which
bonus
all my
action,
guys-
form of dread, bonus action, rage.
Radiant.
Hmm.
A
Yes.
very angry cloud.
I'm so angry I'm a cloud. But this could be a pro
Cloud.
strat if we can
Don't
if we
encourage
can
raging while being
uncloud.
able to take damage.
True.
And just ready the spell chromatic orb to toss down into the water for whenever we are no longer made of gas, because
You
none of
mean
my
at,
Go ahead.
to clarify, down at the water, you mean at the mass of tentacles, right?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can see now. Yes, into the mass of tentacles.
Okay.
Oh, I can see cat.
Just wanted to be clear. Yep. All right. You're holding on to that action. Just don't forget. It's the creature's turn. It rages its tentacles through the mass of gas. You guys feel odd as tentacles introduce themselves into your gaseous forms.
Like, oh, it touched me! Ew!
We should be recording this. We could
Yeah,
make millions.
I didn't say yes.
Oh, creature.
You're so
Not there.
handy.
Yeah.
Bit forward. Take me out to dinner first. Damn.
You never
Well,
thought
we
that
could.
suction cups felt quite like that. Anyways.
Oh god.
Oh, blessed.
You were going to say, Few?
Oh, I don't know.
You're welcome.
Distracted. Where?
All
Oh,
All right. It is your turn, though, if that was all.
Are those
I,
little
I, as
tiny
to I,
squares?
I
5 feet?
what's tiny squares? These out here that you can
Yeah.
kind of see? Yes.
Can you show me what 10-foot movement looks like?
2 squares.
Oh my Jesus. 10 feet is not even like the width of a tentacle.
The width of
Like,
a tentacle. The width of a tentacle is like maybe at the base. The width of a tentacle is like 10 feet, but like
The
that's
ones
like
we can
7.
see.
Yeah. If you go to
okay,
the
I'm
measure,
sorry, 6 feet. My correction. So, got it wrong.
you got to make sure to get that
Um,
girth in there. Yep.
hmm.
You're a gas currently.
Yes, I'm aware.
With somehow Wisteria. Wait, Rarl and Wisteria both have a 15. Whose dexterity is higher?
Dexterity, mine's a 17.
So then hers would be higher because I think he said
thought
that he
so.
has like a 14.
That's right.
I'm put you at
Wait.
14 for initiative just to even it all out there. So Wisteria
fine.
is on deck.
If this is a sorry, Josh. If this
No,
is
you're good.
a hour concentration spell,
Mhm.
and this creature did nothing to us
Currently.
currently,
We could just leave.
We could just
We
float
could just-
away.
we could just float away
Float away at 10 feet every 6
until
seconds.
That's why I was asking if
Yeah.
we could all
I
talk to
know.
each
I'm
other.
trying to find her stats.
Or
That's
we teleport into the
Give
center
me-
of the creature and let loose with all of our
I
cannons.
kind of did have that thought too.
Exactly.
Was to
That's why I
fly
said a
into the
duty
creature and
ready
then
to
me
get.
drop concentration and her
I
just
mean, it really depends.
alien burst out of the creature.
yeah, I like
It's
that
gonna take
because
forever to even
I
just
have-
get inside of it, though.
Well, we don't know where
I
the
mean-
center of the creature is. Is it 10 feet down or is it further than 10 feet down?
Yeah,
We
we've got an
have no
hour.
fucking clue.
but we
I
have
mean,
an
you
hour.
have an hour.
That's a decent
You
amount
just-
of time.
You just go 10
Just-
feet down every 10 seconds. Until
Nobody
you get there.
distract me, and I'm just sitting here going, we're gas, we're gas, we're gas, we're gas.
So 60 feet. You said 10 seconds. 10 feet
No.
in 10 seconds. So
It's-
then
yeah, the
It's
we can
6
go-
seconds.
Yeah.
6 seconds. So we can go 10 feet every 6
fine.
seconds.
60 feet a minute.
Yeah.
600
All right.
feet in an hour.
So which
Okay.
stat do you
That
need
sounds better.
of a Dune?
I didn't hear any of that.
What stat do you need of a Dune? I finally fucking found it.
Right now, none.
Okay.
But if we do this, probably strength?
Yeah,
And her-
to see if
and
she
her-
would.
And her gunpowder.
And hit points?
Yeah.
Oof. Hit points is pretty high. We're talking
She chunky.
405.
Chee-chong, de-chong, 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 de-chong.
Shit!
It's a ship.
Yeah. And
Holy shit!
She's a big girl.
strength is 18. It's a +4.
So I have Thunderwave that is 8d8 plus something. I feel like that's a significant amount of damage, potentially.
It
I
is?
don't know if anybody has more. That
Would
is like
that
the
hurt
most.
us?
I can do a lot of
It is if you're too
damage.
close.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that like if I kind of like really head down towards like the mouth or head or something, I
Adune
don't know.
would chime in with, I do have about 6 cannons and 2
Okay, you have
big
ballista, don't you?
crossbows. Ballista,
Yeah.
yes, that's the word.
Ready them all to fire.
I think I need help in that manner. I don't control the
Their
gut
gas.
or the priming of the
Ah,
cannons. I apologize. I
Josh,
could run around myself individually in my form, but
Well, we
take-
don't have to aim them because we're going to come up in the middle of it.
and
So if we load them
what-
prior, then
We
you know.
can't load them prior though, because they're gas.
We're all
That's right.
gas.
Can't we
too,
just
too
like,
late. We're gas.
keep going?
and that's
Yep.
what the ultimate question was. Initiative is based off of dexterity, right?
Yes.
Much appreciated. See if I can add one here. Yep.
I feel like she has like a
Ah.
-6 to fucking dexterity.
Not quite. But it's close. Didn't roll it though yet. Oh fuck. Click over there and it goes away. Son of a bitch.
I was thinking,
Pig
maybe
action
we, because it's an hour and we're kind of at a standstill.
Yeah, Dune is last. Just so you
Probably
know.
want to
Oh,
pick this up next week.
Oh yeah.
Well,
maybe.
So it's about 8, but we should get our plan down for
Yeah.
whoever's gone.
So my
Um,
my question was, could we do like I'm just thinking about logistics and like we have an hour, right? We can move 600 feet. So I feel like we would be able to move to the locations, and it would be maybe finding like an investigation role, like or a percentile die to say like how successful we were to get to the location in an hour, or to prepare for what we were intending to do in that hour of time. Or unless you guys want to act out the next, like, what, 10 rounds?
Hour of
6 rounds? Yeah.
I
it'd
could always
be
just
a
drop
lot of rounds.
concentration and we could brawl it out, but
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I feel
that
like
should
we
be what
can
happens once we
probably
get
physically beat this thing before an hour if we were
Yeah.
not gas.
There,
Yeah.
All we
there-
have to do is get to the end of position. We don't have to hold out the entire hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I was saying is like, can we roll to see if we could get to the position? Like, we don't. Does that
I
make
mean,
sense? Like, because we don't
It's
really
just
know. So
how many
it would be.
rounds until we get into the creature with by gas visually?
just
right.
so that I understand the question, right? You were saying a position. What the position is to move a Dune as well as everyone on board to a
well,
inside of the creature.
so here's another question I have,
Basically.
Josh. So, because the spell says, the target, any object it was carrying or holding can't be dropped, used, or otherwise interacted with. So when a Dune moves, we would all move, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so we all agree as a self-conscious blob.
So that was going to be my next question. which is
I
kind
have
of like what Shia was saying.
I kind of want to vote for stop thinking and just hit.
Agreed.
Personally,
well, no, I just thought it was really, really important thing. So Josh,
Mhm.
if certain players that might be concentrating on something right now
Mhm.
fail to be with us next week, if
Mhm.
they fail to exist, that means concentration fails to exist. That means
Right.
spell
Right.
doesn't exist.
I think we
right?
should drop concentration as the end of the game just to be sure.
Yeah,
Shouldn't we just
'cause
fly
I
away
won't-
then?
I
Well,
will not
600
exist
feet against
next.
against a Leviathan like that probably won't get us far. Right?
Um,
If we
so
think
I have
about
a
what this thing's movement speed probably is.
question. Too is so if we are collectively this gaseous form,
Uh-huh.
should there just be 2 initiative rolls, us and the creature?
That could be an interpretation. However, you guys all had an individual movement speed of 10 at the gaseous form, which I was allowing you. As well as what we're kind of discussing a plan meta hats off here, which I always allow. But the real point of course, in my opinion here, besides getting to where you want, which seems to be in the creature, is the fact that it doesn't have any real inlets, if you will, as it doesn't breathe.
No orifices?
Well, it has orifices, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't breathe air as a normal thing. It breathes water. So there are entrances, if you will, but I'm trying to figure out right now. I think
So
they
what you're
have
saying is we would most likely drown.
they have like 2 holes, as to what I understand. That's what I've been trying to figure out, where the orifices are.
And I can give you guys water breathing, but orifices aren't necessary if we're gas, right?
They are necessary if you're
They
gas.
are necessary
because
if you're
that's
gas.
right.
Because you're gas.
But so then wouldn't it just have gills
Mm-mm.
if it breathes water?
It breathes water. That has been my
Right.
question. I can imagine, because of all of the fucking Discovery Channel that I've got, it's got 3 holes, actually. I said 2 originally, but it has one which is they call the beak, where it actually eats from, and then 2 which it breathes from. I have no idea what those holes are called.
I know what you're talking about though, but
Yeah.
like they spew water out of them too.
Siphons.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a blowhole?
They're called
On a whale or a dolphin, yeah.
What are they called? What are they
Yeah.
called?
siphons.
Siphons. Thank you.
Let's say my biology buddy. Yeah.
Regardless,
As my
I would
wife calls
assume
me a
we're
nerd.
going into the beak because it's trying to like eat us.
Currently, it is not. There are just tentacles above the water.
Got it.
In a technical term, this thing has done nothing hostile to us.
Didn't it just attack?
It just brought up some tentacles and tried to wrap them around Adune before she turned into fucking gas.
Adune said she sensed danger.
Yeah.
If fish were running.
The fish did run.
Yeah.
So
They got up on the water and ran. That's how
Right,
you
so
know it's
what-
real bad.
I guess my
What is
real
the game
question would
plan?
be, if you're aiming to go into this, which is the intent that I heard, what orifice are you trying to enter?
Whatever one we see first.
That's
Mm.
very
One of the
unclear,
siphons.
because none of those are evident at this time. You would have to go below the
We would have
water.
to find them. Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
a gas,
Hour.
we don't need to breathe. The issue is that when we unturn, if we're in the creature itself, would we
In water. Yeah. Would we drown?
in water? A, would we drown? B, could we get out in time to, or like we could cast a spell?
I can solve water breathing for everyone.
Okay.
For everyone? Mm.
Yes.
What if we?
I
make
have because I'm
He
going
needs to
like
be
this.
not gas to do it, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Once we
well-
turn, I could ready a spell to water breathe everyone because I can post it. But
We
I
can
have
fly right
the
now, right?
10 feet.
Yeah.
As
10
gas,
feet,
yeah.
10 feet a turn. We have how long?
an hour,
An hour.
600
I
feet.
like where your brain's at.
We lure this thing to the surface while flying up, and then we drop the boat on it.
Mhm.
But that would hurt a Dune, right?
Adune would, I feel like, take a lot of damage doing that.
She's a big girl.
I guess that's up to her.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Adune,
know if we should hurt
do you
a
want
Dune.
to
Thank
burst
you.
out of this thing alien style, or do you want to drop down on it like a
I feel like she would
cartoon
prefer that.
anvil?
Guys can always roll for it, and it can be a roll v roll.
A roll.
Yeah. So
Well, I want Adune's opinion because I want to know which she would want or which she would think would hurt her less.
well, being inside of a creature seems fairly constraining for everyone.
Everybody does it
Yeah, but-
sometimes.
Adune's the size is literally, if you look at the tentacle
Yeah, she is the size of
ratio
this
to
thing.
if we go in this thing and she becomes the size of this thing, like, I feel like that's implosion. You know, like, we
Would
wouldn't
she
even
be
need to
crushed?
cast. Because, like, the other thing we have to think about is when is Wisteria's initiative versus breathing underwater initiative, like, when
Everyone
that spell
can
can be
breathe.
cast.
I mean, everyone can breathe for like a couple minutes, right?
Yeah, well, and
Hold your breath, but yeah.
Rural is the initiative right after me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
and
that works out.
Yeah, I can breathe underwater. I think regardless.
I mean, we can vote, but my vote is going to be, Shia's vote's going to be to try to get into this thing.
I also vote
To
to get
find-
inside.
Yeah, to find,
Yeah,
like,
I vote to,
the
like,
nearest
alien burst out.
orifice. And if we want to, like, investigate, like, okay, it's this orifice, and then we try to get as, like, centered into this thing as possible, then let loose, like,
Can we
I think
even go
that would be.
underwater in gaseous form?
What?
We're less dense than the water.
Right.
You know what? Don't think too hard.
Yeah,
No, we're
right?
not
But that's
bringing
what we've been
actual
doing this
food.
entire goddamn time is thinking too hard.
I
I
agree.
I also agree, and was going to point that out at some point when you guys tried to, try to go down. Like
You were gonna fully
as
wait
a-
until it actually was attempted.
Wow.
that is always my goal. I don't know what you're.
That's why
Oh,
my vote was no more gas. Let's just fucking punch it. We're gonna kill it before
Wait,
an hour is
yeah.
up anyway. It would be
So-
quicker for us to just not do any of this and just attack it.
Level 1.
yeah, because it said I'm just rereading the spell. It
Mhm.
says the target can pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks, though it treats liquids as though they were solid
Solids.
surfaces.
Correct.
Son of a nut.
So, should we just have Adune fly really high up and drop her?
Yeah.
Well, she can fly.
Is
We
that
don't have to
plan B?
drop her.
She cannot.
Well,
she can
She
fly
can't fly yet.
as a gas. She
She
can.
can fly as a gas. She could technically fly as a ship
Not
with
yet.
my
yet.
assistance.
Oh, with you. I was like, we have flown on a Dune. Wait a second. I remember specifically flying with a Dune. So, something changed.
I mean, we have established she's a valid target for both invisibility and gaseous form.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, that's smart. So then why don't we fly, have her fly, and then we just sit there and shoot cannons out of reach of this thing?
Boom shakalaka.
It sounds great.
All right,
Exactly what it's gonna-
so are we
Just kite the
going
shit
up
out
into
of
the
it.
air, or am I dropping concentration?
Go up into the
I think-
air first.
Yeah, get out of range so it can't grab us when
Okay.
when you drop and then when we cast.
Well, because I can't move her.
Right.
So
She is the
I
very
just
last
need to
one
know
in the
what to
turn
do
order.
with my turn.
Mhm.
Wait, someone's going before me? Going after me? I rolled a nat 1 with a 3.
Oh shoot! For some reason, Yep, you didn't add in here either.
So we can ready actions, I'm guessing. So if we all ready a spell and this thing drops, then anytime there's an opportunity, like basically we have a response on opportunity.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's like
I
it's like
have no
finishing something.
spells.
Everybody gets a round.
So,
So then you can shoot
Okay.
the cannon.
Shia, are you moving towards the cannon? Is what it sounds like?
Is this thing a beast?
It is.
Okay, good to know.
Oh no.
It's still your turn, Shia. For the
I know.
Okay.
I'm.
You are currently a gas floating on top of a ship that is yet to move up, but there has been much quickly transpiring between your cortexes.
Okay. So there goes that. Give me a second. 12d4. Doesn't sound too bad.
You cannot cast spells as a gas.
I am aware of that.
Okay.
I am just trying to figure out what to prep because can't do shit. And if we're
Yeah, I think
flying, then I can't cast Thunder Wave, which does 1d8 unless I fell back into the water. And then
Right.
at that point, I might as well just die. So, trying to find a how far? 60 feet.
An action to hold.
Yeah. So I'm gonna prepare Cloud of Daggers
Okay.
to cast.
Remember that. Wisteria.
We are gas. We are gas. That's all I can do is concentrate on the spell because if because I can't even like hold a spell because it would take
Yeah,
away
she's
from my
concentrating.
concentration.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you
I
could.
do imagine the sound. I do imagine her singing the song "Floating, Floating, La La La," the song from the My Little Toaster. Guys, you know where that's the balloons.
Yeah.
Brave little
Um,
toaster.
Brave Little Toaster. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Oh shoot. Anyways,
Haven't heard that in a while.
right?
I just remembered the electromagnet freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
murdering. Anyways,
The refrigerator was weird too.
Yeah.
that would be Rarl then.
So I don't really have anything to do like while we're waiting, but I'm assuming we're just specifying what we're doing once we come out of hiding, right?
Pretty much.
So I'm going to prep my action to cast water breathing on everyone. Oh no, we're gonna be flying, so that doesn't even matter. That's perfect. Then I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it from a distance, and I'll bonus action whenever we flip out.
But you
I
can
will
only
bonus
hold.
action Hex.
You can only
Hex
hold.
is not a spell.
You can only hold an action though.
Oh,
Go ahead,
that's
you can.
right. Yeah. So then I'll just ready an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. All. I'm assuming all forms of it, which you have multiple levels at this point. I would guess in it.
Of Eldritch Blast?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just I shoot 4 charges at it.
There we go. 4. Alrighty. Then it's Adune's turn, who responds to everyone's cries of "Fly higher!" with okay, and moves up the 10 feet for her turn in a gas. Still inside of the
Gotcha.
tentacles.
Does Bardic Inspiration, because they said hear you, technically everyone could hear me. So if I
Yes.
sang in my head, I could inspire people. Good to know. Too late. Sorry, I just realized that.
During your turn, yes. Especially for Adune. Because everybody else is currently conversing through Adune, I would guess at this point.
Your dad's.
Grandam.
All right. Granddad's going to get ready to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
There's always one.
It's an admirable charge.
It's not
That-
going to work, but I can also cast Goodberry. I don't think Earth Tremor is going to do a lot, nor is Shillelagh.
I believe.
Shit. So, with that ready as your action,
Well-
right?
Yep, that's my action.
All right. And you're holding it. So,
Yep.
we're going back to Kyoto at the top of the turn. Do we want to stop here with everyone's actions held?
Yep.
Okay.
I think-
Should we
I think we
do
wanna stop
one
1
more
second
round of
later.
initiative?
Yeah, we want to be out.
Because
We
the
want to at
person
least
that's
not
making
be,
us gas won't be able to make the next good session
Okay, yeah, maybe.
because she has a 12-hour workday that day.
For that reason, I'm assuming, and I'm maybe assuming too much, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. For all of those that aren't holding a gaseous form, are holding that action that they spoke of.
I'm gonna
Yes.
switch from holding Chromatic Orb to getting ready to cast Fly.
Okay.
I'm switching from trying to punch something to like going to where the freaking cannons are.
Okay.
I am going to go to where the cannons are.
Okay. And then we've got Shia. Are you still
Oh,
holding
I'm still boop boop viewing. Cloud daggers, baby.
Cloud of Daggers? All right. And Wisteria, you're holding the gaseous form so that Adune
Yep.
can get up another 20 feet or 10 feet. Rarl, still holding
Still holding Eldritch Blast, yeah.
Eldritch Blast. Adune goes up another 10 feet. Grandam, you're still holding Speak with Animals.
Yep.
All right, and so on and so forth
Question.
until Adune gets up to 30 feet, which I believe is where
Question.
these... Wait, 1 second
It
here.
said-
I have to do like a little bit of math, which like my brain is not. Yep. 30 feet would be getting us just above the tentacles. All right, now.
Okay, but let me do you one better. It doesn't say that you can't take an action, and there is the dash action.
Oh!
So you can move
Oh,
20 feet, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I reread it to make sure that it didn't say target can't take an action. It says
so are
can't
we
attack or
40
cast
feet above
spells.
now?
We are. Oh shit! I'm gonna go back. 30 feet above. Once it gets to Adune's turn. Yes. At round 3. I don't know why it says round 5 on my side, but round 3, I want to say.
Well, we would be
So-
moving at 20 feet up a second if you're dashing.
Yeah, so
Adune
if she-
could potentially dash, I guess. Let's see here. So that is a bit confusing, I would say, for a ship, more so, because there are some other things that are encountered. There's something that they have called thrust, which has to do with the magical crystals you guys use to power her. But anyhow, as a gaseous form, I don't think all of those would necessarily play into it for her.
I mean, so long as we're cleared from the tentacles, I guess it's
At
better
round
than
three,
nothing, right?
at round 3, you would be, yes. Which would still only put you at what, 3 minutes into
Right.
combat.
We
Yeah,
have
we
an
could keep
hour. Why
going.
not
That's
get to a
18. That's
perfect? Get out of reach. Get to the max range of your cannons, and then
18 seconds, and we are 30 feet up.
Yeah,
right.
we like that.
Ranges on cannons are
Quite far.
quite
Yeah, but
far.
how far can those tentacles reach?
Right.
At this time, you're looking at them flailing in the air 30 feet up. So you're just out of reach. Maybe
But
just in
does it?
reach.
Can it jump? That's the next question.
So
Does it have ups?
mine is my spell is limited by 60 feet. So as long as we go to, maybe we double it. Maybe we do 60 feet.
I think
Just in
yeah.
case.
I agree.
If we're not going in, then we're going up.
All right, so we're going 6 rounds in. It sounds like, with everyone's held action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, with Adune having reached the 6th round, that would put Grand Dam at not necessarily the top of the order, but at the top of the order when you would be reaching
Guys, I
60.
just thought of something.
Uh-oh.
We're now 60 feet up into the air.
Oh, son of a-
My fucking Josh!
We're gonna
My
drop.
turn is in the middle of the fucking turn order, and Cat is at the top.
I mean, you could have held your action,
Hold your fly spell for when it's released and you immediately cast it on Adune.
That's what
or
Cat's doing.
hold your
I'm-
end concentration till Cat's about to go.
Okay.
But I don't know if that was too late now.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna do. I am holding the fly spell ready so that as soon as Adune
Oh, to use it as
becomes-
a reaction.
Yeah, so as soon as Adune
Okay,
becomes
okay.
corporeal, I just fly.
Okay.
On Adune, to be clear. You're
Yes,
casting
I cast fly on Adune.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, that could potentially get you guys to escape the whole scenario in general, but
Yeah, do we want to fight this thing, or do we just want to just nope on out of here?
Yeah, because once I cast fly, she has a movement of 60 feet.
That's a great question.
Because
For how long?
I kind of vote
I
for the
only
nope
have-
on out.
I can only hold it for 10 minutes at a time, but I could cast it several times.
well, 10 minutes is 10 rounds.
It is way more than 10 rounds, but yeah.
Well,
Mm.
I mean, yeah, and if she has a movement of 60 feet,
She can get pretty
I-
far away.
I don't think that this
1,
thing is
2,
going to be quick
3,
enough.
4, 5, 6, 8. 8 times. Don't mind me.
I could also cast invisible if shit starts going awry, and we
You're
could
right.
get the fuck out.
Cat, do you have haste?
I do not.
Haste is also a concentration spell, so you would want her to be concentrating on fly.
I also have fly.
It's only 8. I don't know what you're talking about. It's only 8 rounds because it's 48,
It's a 10-minute spell. Each round is 6 seconds.
48 seconds. It's generally 60 seconds, but we've got 6 seconds per person. 48 seconds. A round is
I mean,
Oh,
the-
you don't do it in the idea of everything happens instantaneously in a round?
Oh yeah, that's how I thought of it, but
That's
no,
how
we're
it's
not
always
doing it
been.
that way.
Each round is 6 seconds. It's like what you
round.
can do in
You
6
mean
seconds. Yeah.
you mean turn.
No.
Each turn is 6 seconds.
Oh no, I always read it as Like we take
Each
all of
round
our
is-
turns.
All of our stuff happens
Oh,
at the
yeah.
same time. Everything's happening simultaneously. It's
I see what you're
just
saying.
the order of
Then a
who gets
round
to
would
say
be-
their stuff first.
A round would be 6 seconds, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because 10 rounds is 10 rounds. Give you the
10
minute.
rounds is a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 100 rounds of a spell.
So we're
Okay.
moving real fast.
Well,
At 60 feet on a ship.
yeah.
I also imagine that like because we can all hear ourselves and we're in a gaseous form, this is probably the most truest, like we're all just chatting about what we can do in gas form, sitting there. These tentacles are just flying around and like probably real time, and it's like, oh, let's go fly up, and then it's like I don't know, it's a cool little, like, we're all just chatting about it, and technically this would be what our characters are doing at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of mentally yelling back and forth at each other. No, do this. No, do this. No, we should do this. But what about this?
Yeah, like, let's go in and explode it. And it's like, come on, bud, we're gas. Like, we can't go in the water.
Okay. So is that the consensus of runaway?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I would agree to run away just because I want to keep Adune safe.
And you're the captain, interim captain.
That's right, we're flying away.
Making the word, Captain.
Okay.
All right,
Encounter
so
scoped out.
I will stop
You drop-
concentrating.
After
will-
the
Drop gaseous form.
yep.
And then as Adune comes back to her full physical form, I will cast Fly on her as fast as I am able.
Make sure to remove your spell slots, and that is the first day on the Mittelmeer.
Yay, we're in a flying ship, guys! Woo! We didn't even make it back to the city!
Oh Lord, if
I didn't think
Mayme's
we
like
would.
next week, next week she's like, "What happened?" Just come onto a
Yeah.
flying ship.
She's gonna be so proud of us because we avoided temptation.
We avoided
like-
murder.
We avoided tentacleation.
Ah,
Right?
Grand Dam is going to still cast Speak with Animals.
Oh.
And
Um.
vanities as we fly away.
Yeah, you're speeding away too, so 60 feet at a dash. I think it was. Let me pull that right back up.
It's 60 feet base.
He can-
Dash
he can
would
just
be
yelling into the
120.
void. He can just be yelling into the void. It's okay.
Raw.
No.
All of his profanities are just lost on the wind. He's offending a seagull.
Guys, the base speed of a dune is 200 feet.
But the flight spell is only 60.
Yes, right. You're flying. That's the base speed of the flight spell is 60, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if she dashes, it's 120 for
Okay.
every 6 seconds.
Okay. You're yelling back, and the last thing you hear, Grand Dam, before you're out of range for hearing, more than likely, because you're at 240 feet, and this thing is a basso profundo, if anything else, and its mouth is just cresting the top as you're getting out of range. It would just say, "I'm only performing the task given."
Oh, great.
Questionable.
Josh, when you said the last thing you hear as it like reaches the top, all I could think of was we're trying to reach you about your ship's extended warranty.
It's in that deep grumbling voice.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that'd probably be the very last thing that you would hear before you were out of range. The extended warranty
Freaky.
part, I mean.
Oh,
I think it was trying to sell us insurance.
No solicitors. We put a sign up.
On the bottom of the boat. Just floating there.
I mean, we're flying. Why not?
Well, good session, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it.
That was fun.
Adune,
Definitely.
this is what you'll do soon forever.
Kids, there's a lot of air.
Is she
Yes.
afraid?
She's done it before, though.
Oh, this is the first time.
Do you
Flying?
need water? Like, do you absorb water as I don't know.
No.
Josh, this is not the first time a Dune has flown.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
When is the other
We
time?
have flown the first time we met a Dune.
Nope. First time you
I
met a
have
Dune.
such a clear visual. That's
First
fine.
time-
Yeah. I
First
have
time you
such.
met
I
a
don't
Dune.
know.
Her crew and captain were still sacrificing animals to her core to power it, and that was
Yes.
just so that she could move on her own.
There
in
had
the
to have
ocean.
been somebody else that also cast fly then.
I don't think anyone's tried.
I
Everyone's not thought of her as a creature. That's been
Did I? Hold on.
This
Because
is the very
Zeph could.
this is the very first time I think everyone's thought of her as a creature, because everyone's been of the mindset that she's kind of an object. I mean, she's a ship.
well, no. She told us that she was an elf. That was
Previously, yeah, she did mention, but it's not been thought of to try and cast a spell on Adune, is what I mean by hasn't been thought of
Are
as a
you
creature.
sure I haven't cast levitate on her?
Levitate, I can't guarantee as Zeph. I do remember you used to have that spell,
Yeah.
but I want to say no, only because of the interactions you've had with Adune so far. Up to this point, there hasn't been an interaction like this. This is the first one.
I also feel like I put my hand on a Dune to try to cast a spell on her previously, and you didn't let me. So
I think
I'm
though.
just gonna jump in there and go back and listen to our recordings and hear myself be incredibly wrong, because I'm sure I am, but could be
Go for it.
dreaming all of this.
I've been listening back to him. It's great. I love it. I've gotten up to just past. Where have I got? Because I started a recap up to just past a general recap, just past the the neophytes that were besieging Gargant.
Oh wow.
I want to go back and listen to the mushroom foot soup episode.
Then you can complain to Thea in her disappearance too. No, good session, y'all.
Yay.
Thank you for running.
Yeah.
Look
Bye.
forward to next week and what shenanigans that.
Evil.
Yes.
Welcome to the
Oh,
chaos.
man.
Yeah,
I'm
what
so
dastardly
excited for
things have
that.
we stirred up?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I heard
but
you
it
blew up
was
a
worth
city,
it.
and that's all I know. So
No, just minor event, no big deal.
So
It'll be
I'm-
all of the
so
second
chaotic,
time.
stupid evil. All right.
I'm just saying, old boy stole some stuff from us, so he gonna
Just
be
some
giving all that
experience.
back.
Just some experience. It's fine.
Exactly, I'm gonna steal that back. We're gonna steal that back from him in the most painful way possible.
It'll be the first time I've ever actually played Willow in the
Yeah.
campaign.
I was
Because
gonna say.
the first time I got to play Willow was At the Halloween Eurythmic Veracity where...
Speaking
Oh,
of-
no, yeah, it wasn't Wisteria that you dropped the rock on. It was Willow.
Mm. She had a mushroom head, I remember.
Yeah, because she's
Speaking-
a circle of spores.
Right.
Oh my god, a druid!
Speaking of, just make sure anyone that's planning to attend, go over to that Eurythmic Veracity chat and vote
Yeah,
in
I
that.
marked it. If I go, I'm sure Ike will go. He's just,
Where's it
Bad
gonna
it.
be at?
social media.
I
I
will
really
be.
need to.
I will be deciding that it's going to be within the tri-state area where I'm at, which is Ohio. It could potentially. I was looking at some areas in Kentucky, even West Virginia and Pennsylvania, but I think it's leaned towards the Ohio region where we were last year for
Oh,
that.
the cult house?
Yeah, where there's a giant Jesus cross outside
With the,
that was lit up.
the
Because there was a
creepy
lot of
special.
bunk bedroom.
there was a lot of playable surfaces. That was the big boon of that place. It had like
I mean, it worked out really well.
it had like an
Yeah.
8-person table with like another island that stretched the entire kitchen, and there was a big living room on top of that all. So it
The
worked out
weird,
pretty well.
weird room that Johnny and Jess stayed in that had the door with the lock on the outside
Yeah.
leading into the bedroom.
Oh no.
It also
Sure
had a
about that.
door that went directly outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't that
Awesome.
one not have a lock on it or something weird?
I don't remember.
Papa,
Good
can
place.
you hear me?
Great place. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was still nice.
always
Mhm.
always welcome. I know that that was kind of the idea again for this year, but I'm open to other solutions. But yeah, that's where we're at currently. I just wanted to get a count is really where I want to be at by the end of this month, because that are certainly wanting to attend, because that's the big challenge in my mind for booking a place beforehand. Like I can post some places, but I need a number
Right.
to select those
I mean,
places.
I intend to, but
Mhm.
we shall see on flight prices.
Sure. Yeah.
I also really need to because I've got a lot of things baking and I'm trying to get them rolling.
Is that like physically baking? Well, I'm not gonna dig
I
into
don't
that.
know. All the stuff I set up last Eurythmic for the
Oh.
next Eurythmic and all the items that I've acquired
Yeah.
specifically for it.
Are you going to be at the Halloween Eurythmic?
Probably not with everything going on at work.
Oh.
So that'll be the time that Nick will be leaving.
Are you high?
No.
Oh. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Sure.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
So Jacob, how'd you like your first time rolling?
It was interesting. Not enjoying being a level 1 amongst a bunch of higher levels. That
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.